work now? Right, it looks like I'm back live and everything looks like it's working now. So all I can say is, friends, I'm sorry if that, I have no idea if what that even looked like, but I was coming through, I couldn't get the chat working, nothing was working at all. So I seem to have kind of got it working where I can see the chat and everything seems to be on track now. So hopefully things start working as they should. Gym Master Yoshi, it is working. Thank you so much. Hey bro, how are you? I'm good, mate. Other than the technical glitches, which I have no idea what happened, I'm good, mate. I'm just hoping everything's working properly. So it should be. It's weird how OBS and YouTube kind of just have really glitched tonight when I've tried to do this. But hopefully it's all working on your ends. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. Timo, how are you doing? My day was good, mate. My day was good, thanks. I'm excited for all of the 7-star Terrorids and things coming up. Obviously, we had the Rillaboom one, and it looks as though we might get something. That's not a Charmander. I knew I had eggs, like, mixed in this box. That's not a Charmander. Wait there, let me just... I need to check the... I've mixed eggs up. This is not going well tonight. Okay, these are Charmander or the Growlithe. They're one of the two. What are these? These could be Charmander as well. And then from here on out, they're all Charmander. I just know that first box, I'm confused because I was doing like the 7-star Terrorid builds for Rillaboom, and I've mixed loads of stuff up in my boxes, so it's all, I'm all over the place tonight. We'll get there, we'll get there. Okay, stream is working now. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Ruby. That's good, that's good. So that's number 6. Alessio, how are you doing? I hope you're well and had a good weekend. Lumpy 5x5. We need some working out. Something's not going right tonight. Zayo, how are you doing, my friend? Osirus, good to see you. Wanted to say thanks for your recent video. I was able to get myself a shiny Hisuian Sneasel in a level ball. Nice. Congrats, my friend. That is awesome to hear. And please, the video was helpful as well. Thank you so much. Hopefully, if we do any more, there should be some short stuff going up about the other... Hisuian Pokemon, like evolutions and stuff like that throughout this week, so hopefully they are helpful as well. UDM17, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you had a great weekend. My weekend was really nice, mate. I hope yours was as well. I didn't really get up to too much at the weekend, to be honest. The announcement yesterday was pretty nice for the Rillaboom, because it left so much speculation about like what's happening this week when we've been kind of running up to like loads of stuff kind of looking like it's going to happen. So I'm hoping that we get the 7-star Mewtwo this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And David, I'm surprised Rillaboom is normal. I know. I really honestly thought it was still going to be like ground type. I thought ground would be way harder, but normal's quite difficult anyway because there's like not really too much other than fighting that hits it for super effective. And Rillaboom gets good coverage as well. So it's going to be a really difficult raid to do, but excited for it nonetheless. Oddish, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you for the Hisuian egg video. Been hatching Hisuian Sneasel. My number 240. Fingers crossed, my friend, that you get the shiny very soon. I hope you do. Hopefully we get it both of them get it tonight. That would be amazing. Brian, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Hope it's another quick shiny tonight. If it is, I was thinking maybe if it is a quick shiny tonight, what we could maybe do is start a Arceus Shiny Hunt on BDSP. That might be something we could do. We could make a start on it. We could chip away at it. Professor Oak, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. And sorry to everyone that's come into the chat and has left a message and I haven't got to it or I've missed it. I had serious issues with the stream booting up tonight, so I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was connected and it looked like I was connected on YouTube. My OBS was reading everything right, but there was no chat coming through. So I have no idea how it looked, what it looked like, what was going on. So I hope it's all run smoothly now, but I don't mean to ignore if you have put something in. Just type it again if I've missed it, and I'll try and get to it as we get through the stream tonight. Troll Whiskey, how are you doing? Are you breeding from the 7-star Charizard? Manda was the first shiny I got from breeding. 1,540 eggs. Man, congrats on the grind. And nice getting the shiny in the end. This one is from my 7-star Charizard that I got from the raid. So I'm doing exactly the same. I'm hoping that I get it a lot sooner than 1,500 eggs, though. That would be brutal. That would be so brutal. But fair play for keeping at it, my friend, because that is a full-on hunt. That is hardcore. Ruby, I thought they might have made it dog type, because from competitive standpoint, that's a pretty good terra typing. Yeah, dog typing is one of the typings as well that we haven't had yet. So that would have made sense. It gets knockoff, snarl. It gets a bunch of dog type moves, so it could have definitely fit into that category, I guess. I think like ground would have made it quite difficult to take on, and I'd fully like committed to like it being ground, and I had all these builds to go up against it if it was ground, and but it wasn't, so that was all wasted. But never mind. Nah, never mind. Landon, how are you doing? How long is the stream? Couple of hours, probably a little bit more tonight, I reckon. Depends on how the shiny hunt is going, mate. Professor Oak, yes, Lee. Come to the painful Arceus hunt. I'm continuing mine now. Hopefully you get it tonight. Tonight is the night. That'll be amazing if you do get it. You're doing 17. Can't wait for the Mewtwo raid. I have a shiny one from Go. Nice, man. That's awesome. And I'm itching to transfer to Scarlet and Violet. I bet. That's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. I can't wait for it as well. It's going to be a great raid when it drops. I'm just interested to see how it works. Like, do we have to solely take Mew into it? Or can we take other Pokemon into it as well? So that's going to be the interesting thing. Will you be trading the non-shiny Charmander at the end of the stream? I will, Jeremy. If you would like to grab one, stick around. I will trade these. I still have the Fennekin, and I have some of the Cyndaquil as well. So they're all up for grabs if anyone wants one. Let's see where we go on. Jake, I did Charmander in 800, then got Fennekin in 46. Thank you for the RNG gods. Currently on 300 for Froakie. Hopefully you get it soon. Nice on those shinies though as well. And Leroy, currently hunting Mew on Emerald. This is brutal. You're doing a proper, true, old school shiny hunt. I'd send you all the shiny luck. Hope you get it soon. And good luck with it, mate. Rashwan Brown, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Hey, love your channel, new to Scarlet, and have helped a lot, so thanks. Thank you so much, my friend. It really means a lot, and I'm pleased that the videos have been helpful. That is why they're there, so it's really nice to hear. So thank you so much, and great to have you on the stream as well. Thanks for dropping by tonight. Vito, I hope you're well. Hope you can get the shiny early like Cyndaquil. I hope so, mate. That'd be good. Anyone got guesses on when we'll get it tonight? I've got the jacket on, so I'm hoping the jacket helps us out. Wolfsuma, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Having a great day, and thanks for joining us tonight. Joanna as well, how are you doing? Hope you had a good weekend yourself. Weekend for me was pretty decent. Didn't get up to a lot over the weekend, but it was kind of nice just to chill. And we had like our nephew and two nephews and niece over on Saturday, so that was like pretty full on. But it was like lots of playing, so that was good. But tiring. I was like wiped out on Sunday. Troll Whiskey, what was the lowest egg count you have gotten a shiny, and what was the Pokemon? I think the lowest I've ever got from an egg hunt was Oshawott, and it was in Scarlet and Violet, and it was like, was it 7 eggs or 9 eggs? Something crazy like that. It was really, really lucky. Because I was doing a video on after the 7-star raid about getting it in a different Pokeball, and I got it super early. I was expecting like not to get the video out for like another week when the second phase of the Terra Raid event was going live, but I got it really early. But some of the hunts that I've done have been brutal, so I feel like that kind of makes up for it a little bit. But yeah, I've never had it on number 1. I've always kind of been like, oh, it'd be great. But then if you hatch a lot of boxes, you're like stuck with all the boxes. Rashawn Brown, thank you so much for the subscribe. And again, thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you, Danny, for the subscribe as well. I hope you enjoyed the stream with us all tonight. And Jake, thank you so much. I don't know if it's come up. There it is. Jake, thank you so much for the subscribe as well. I hope you're all well and enjoy the stream with us tonight. Osuma, I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. To be honest, though, like, if I'm being really honest, I have a bit of headache. Like, I've had it since this afternoon. And I've been doing some stuff for video content, like, just late this afternoon, and I've got a banging head. But it's all right. We'll get through. I'm hoping it goes away. I drank, like, copious amounts of water. But I don't know if it's because I went and I did, like, 5k on the treadmill, and I'm like tired already. Probably hasn't helped, but we'll see. I'm feeling in good spirits now the stream started, so that's good. If we get the Charmander and Arceus today, somehow you better be off not to wash this jacket yet. The jacket can never come off. Imagine if we got both. There's no way we ever get both. We'd have to get like Charmander now. Well, it could happen at any time, right? We could get it on the first try with Arceus, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Mr. Nathan, I brought luck. Thank you so much, mate. I hope you had a good weekend with Cyndaquil, and I'll bring luck for the Charmander. We all appreciate it, my friend. And I hope you had a good Monday as well to start the week off. 3 subs in a row. I know. I feel very lucky, very privileged. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support, friends. And it's nice, this getting back into streaming and things as well after such a long time. Cookie Crumple, how are you doing? Can you trade with me for a regular Charmander? I will be doing the trades at the end of the stream, so if you stick around, I will be trading these. These are all in fast balls as well, if anyone's interested in getting one for themselves. Especially if you miss the 7-star Charizard raid and need one in your game. Ice Mark Sock, how are you doing? I got lucky and someone traded me a Gen 1 Game Boy Shiny Charizard from Spain. No way, that's nuts. That is crazy. That's crazy. I've got a really cool thing coming tomorrow, actually, so I'm pretty excited about it. Scott, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Thanks as always for joining the stream. Yeah, so I don't know how many you remember, but I was telling you about the Analog Pocket that I ordered. And like, I literally have no idea when it's going to get... I have no idea when it's going to get shipped. It's like sometime in 2023. And then I was like, I was thinking about this over the weekend. I was like, I really want to play some like the old retro games like soon. So I've got a couple of options what I could do. I could get a Game Boy Player for the GameCube, my GameCube. But that's like super expensive as well. And it's like, I've got like my SPs, I've got my Game Boy Advance systems, and I'm like, I can't really get anything to hook those up. I could mod one of the chips to try and put a HDMI out in it, but I'm like, how's that going to go? I've not read great reviews about them either, so I'm like, a bit skeptical about it. And then someone pointed me in the direction of the GB operator, which I have seen before, and I was like, it does emulate the games, but it doesn't really matter. I can play them. And I don't need an extra capture card for it, so I can actually play it and have the Switch and that running at the same time. So I was like, okay, I've cancelled my pre-order for the Analog Pocket, because literally the only reason why I bought it was so I could play GBA games on stream. And I'm like, well, GB Operator is way cheaper, and if I pre-order it now, I can get it soon, and I can start doing streams with the old games and doing shiny hunts on the old games and things like that, which is going to be very cool. And I was like, okay, let's cancel the pre-order of the Analog Pocket, which I'm kind of sad about because I would like to get one, but I'm like, how long is it going to take? And I ordered that, and it should be here tomorrow. So from tomorrow on, we could literally do anything on any of the old games, which I'm really, really psyched about. So if you'd like to see any like Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, any of the old games like those, we can do some stuff on those, which would be very cool. So that's my little side segment for tonight. I'll not ramble anymore. Doug, how are you feeling about the next 7-star raid being Rillaboom instead of Mewtwo? I think it's still going to be Mewtwo. I think Mewtwo's coming this week, mate. I honestly do. I feel like because we haven't had the Rillaboom announced this week, I think we are going to get the Mewtwo this week in place of it, you know? So I think Mewtwo will probably land this week, and Rillaboom will be the following week, as it's kind of already been confirmed to be. Ryan just got the game and having a blast. Awesome to hear, Ryan. Thanks for joining this stream. Whereabouts are you in your playthrough? And what's that? Alessio, if you force yourself past your limits, then you maybe need some electrolytes. I do. I need some coconut water. That's what I need, I feel. Coconut water is all I need. Come on, concentrate, Lee. Been watching your videos for the Charizard. Thank you for all your work. Thank you so much, mate. That really means a lot. Ice Mark. And I'm pleased the videos have been helpful. And hopefully they continue to be. I'm looking forward to getting into the Rillaboom one when it goes live, because there's so many variables, I think, with the Rillaboom raid. that we can't really pinpoint saying like this is going to be good or this is going to be good. We've got a good idea of the Pokemon that are in a pool going to be decent, but I think the real particulars about what will be really effective against it come down to a lot of factors, like when does it clear the shields, when does it clear the stats on its side, your side, what movesets has it got as well, like what coverage has it got. So, but I feel confident like we'll find something that like solos it pretty easily. I think the Delphox has been the hardest one to date out of all of them. And I don't really expect the Mewtwo one to be too hard, to be honest. I think because Mew gets like 20% stat increase across the board and a 50% HP boost. And Mew's got, like, it depends if your moveset's locked with Mew. That could make it difficult. But if you're kind of able to just cater your own moveset for it, then I think it's going to be pretty easy. But we'll have to wait and see. But if we are getting something, I would expect a direct. If we're getting a direct, it probably has to be announced tomorrow, the very latest Wednesday, for Friday, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Madara Black, if we don't get an announcement by Wednesday, because also allegedly there's a Pokemon Presents or something this week, then probably no Mewtwo this week. I agree with you. I agree 100% with you. I think we have to get it like tomorrow, Wednesday announcement that something's happening. Have you made a video of how to easily breed for someone who just started breeding? We do have a breeding guide on the channel, but it's more for competitive breeding rather than shiny hunting breeding. But it does go over all the basics. Mr. Leviathan, thank you so much for the subscribe. And thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoy the stream with us. So there is that guide. But if there's anything you got questions about, let me know. It might be worth even doing something like a revamp of that. So we could do, say like redo it for newer players, because it's always hard coming into it to know the mechanics and stuff. Renard, how are you doing, mate? It's gone good, man. I'm good. Thank you so much for coming by the stream tonight. I hope you're having a great day yourself. Nigel, how are you doing as well, my friend? I hope you are well and the week is starting off good for you, man. Nightmare 10, I wonder if we will get a 7-star raid rewind for the 1 year anniversary, or like all of them. That would be nuts. All the 7-star terror raids happening at once. That'd be crazy. I don't know. I think they'll just do the 7-star Mewtwo, but they may start re-rolling some of them if the Rillaboom's the final one that they do before the DLCs drop. Then they might start re-rolling some of the older ones, so players have a chance to get those before the DLCs drop in like September time. I know a lot of people would appreciate that as well. And Ryan, personally, I farm shinies in Pokemon Go just to transfer to the game. That's the way to do it. I didn't get a shiny Snorlax at the weekend. I was like super sad about it. I just couldn't find one. I got a teeny tiny one, which was probably one of the highlights of it, but that was about it. But yeah, didn't get as many Snorlax as I wanted. But Pokemon Go is great for getting shinies. I think the hardest part of the Delphox raid for me was the AI kept dying before it was able to beat it. Yeah, it was a really difficult raid in general, I think. Like, just the typing made it difficult as well. The coverage that the Delphox had as well. And when it reset, there was like 2 times it reset your stats, but it never reset its stats, which made it a bit easier. So once you had that set up from the start, that was kind of the key to it. Happy Gamer, Shiny Hunting 3 segment Shiny the Dunsparce right now. 70 evolved and still no luck. Oh, that is brutal. Brutal. I hope you get it soon. I hope you do, my friend. Keep us up to date with how the hunt's going, and good luck for the rest of those shinies if you do get them. The shinies, because you need to get the shiny before you can evolve it. That's the worst thing. It's like, it's already hard enough to get the shiny, and then when you get it, it's like, pfft. I think there's a way to use, I think it's leaf green, and the hex numbers, the way that in leaf green works, I think it's leaf green. It's one of the older GBA games. There's a way that the hex numbers kind of generate the Dunsparce. And I think there's a really low chance, like really low odds of it always being a dead end boss if you can trade it up to Scarlet and Violet when you evolve it. If that makes sense. Province 77. After watching your Basculegion video, I went and hatched my own. Got both shinies. Nice, within 60 eggs. That is awesome. Madara Black Getsuga Sugrift. Thank you so much for the sub. I hope that was a big mouthful. I hope I didn't butcher it. But I appreciate the sub. Thank you so much. But 60 eggs for both of them. That's nuts. Awesome to hear, though. Your Arceus guide was amazing. Beat it first try after watching it. Endry, thank you so much for the comment. Thanks for joining the stream with us tonight as well. And please, the Arceus build worked out and was nice and easy for you to kind of complete it with. I think Arceus will probably do well against the Rillaboom. But I think there's going to be, once we know the set and how it sets up in the raid, I think there might be a way for us to use maybe like the Ghost Plate and then a Fighting Terra type to help the setup and like speed up how we can run through the Rillaboom raid. So, and I think that works a lot better as well if it hasn't got something like knockoff. So you can really kind of take advantage of the plate and then having a different Terra type to kind of run alongside that, because it does get Aurora Sphere as well if you don't want to rely on like Judgment. So there's a bunch of options. Danny Does, how are you doing? Hope you are good, my friend. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Thank you for the good luck. We definitely need it tonight. We've got a lot of boxes though, so we should get through them, and hopefully the shinies lurking in there somewhere. Gen 4 with Poker Radar and Hardy Nature. Gen 4 shiny hunting. Epic damage. My first time shiny hunting is in Scarlet, and I got a shiny Froakie within the first 50 eggs. That's awesome. We're getting close to 50 now. That'd be nice if we got that tonight. But congrats though, that's awesome. And Froakie is such a nice shiny as well for that Greninja. Great shiny. That was pretty good pronunciation, actually. I think because it was split into two lines as well. It was so spread out across the screen. I was like, kind of lost it a little bit at the end, but we got there. Tim, how are you doing? Did you join Joe? Did I join Joe? I don't know. What will you hunt after Charmander? I think I said earlier, if we get the Charmander early, we might move over to BDSP. I have got Arceus to shine in BDSP, so I do want to start that at some point. But rather than start something else tonight, we could just boot that up and start that hunt, and then start chipping away at that, which might be quite good to do. Zaya, do you think a Pokemon with Sandproof might be useful against Rillaboom? The one Pokemon we need is not in the games. The Como-O is what we need against the Rillaboom, especially if it is using Boom Burst. I think the Como-O would be so good against Rillaboom. But Sandproof isn't too bad. Like a Abomasnow might not be too bad into Rillaboom. Like it resists the grass, it resists the ground type attacks. It just has to worry about the acrobatics, which it's probably definitely going to have, which is the big caveat to it, I think. Captain Loot a Lot. Did you already try out Pokemon Sleep? Sadly, it's not available yet in Germany. I don't think it's available in the UK yet, so I haven't been able to get it. And I think if it is, it's probably only on Android. I haven't heard it's available on iOS yet, so I am looking forward to trying it. I need some sleep, so I'm like, yeah, let's get it. And I really like the look of the Pokeball Plus Plus. That looks like such a cool little gadget. Like everyone's saying it's way better than what they thought it was going to be. So I'm kind of tempted to pick one of those up as well, which would be pretty cool. And Nigel, I'm doing well. Good to hear, mate. Found a third Red Gyarados in Cassiopeia Lake this weekend while I was farming feathers. Nice, mate. Kind of hard to miss a giant red snake in the lake. I haven't ever come across one yet in the game. Which I'm like, I've heard so many people say, just spotted a Red Gyarados. I'm like, I haven't seen one in the lake yet. We need one. But nice find for sure. Wolfsuma, first shiny ever caught was Weedle, and the original silver version. That's awesome. That is awesome. Congrats. That's a great shiny to get. Creekcraft, how are you doing? I hope you're well, having a great day. I smell Gudra, Sapsipper might be worth it. I think it'll be a good support mon. It does get Acid Spray. It just lacks a fighting type attack to kind of take advantage of the Acid Spray. So I think as a supporting mon, for sure, I think it's great. But I've seen some people talk about like body press with the Gudra and go on like Iron Defense or Shelter. Is that the shiny? That's not the shiny. That's just the light. That's just the light. And Ellie had a panic there. I was like, it looks like it's a shiny. This light in this game is not helping. But I do think online raids for like supporting teammates, I think Gudra will be very good. Is there anything you can do to fix the lag in this game? Unfortunately not. I think that's a Game Freak problem. I wish there was. You can... I saw a really interesting video that Austin John Players did where he overclocked his Switch. He's got a modded Switch. And he overclocked it. And Scarlet and Violet ran super smoothly in it. So if you've got any access to be able to do that with a Switch of your own, then that's a possibility. And it probably would run really smooth. But outside of that, no, unfortunately not. And I don't know if a patch update will do it. Maybe they'll update stuff when the DLCs drop and it might run a bit smoother. That'd be nice. But otherwise, it's kind of, it is what it is, unfortunately. 51 Miggy, how are you doing? Will you be giving these Charmanders as usual today? I will indeed. Hope you've had a great weekend and having a good Monday as well. Golupa, how are you doing? I will be watching the match tomorrow, mate. I will. We should be Rangers. Should do. I was a bit I know it's pre-season, but you still want us to do like good. And I know it was Gateshead, and it was like, it wasn't even a second string team. It was like a kind of fringes of the second team, third team. I don't know. I was just like, oh, I just wanted a bit more. I mean, the youngsters that came on looked amazing. Like, Lewis Miley looks class. I think he's going to be an absolute beast when he's just develops a bit more. Give him a few more years. Especially under Eddie Howe, I think he's going to be great. So there was some real shining lights, I think, from that game. But overall, I was like, yeah, that's got to remember it was only a friendly against Gateshead. But hopefully tomorrow night's game, it'll be a lot better. Looking forward to it. Oddish, what do you think of Blaine's shiny giveaways? He does well with them, mate. And I mean, you gotta give him credit for like what he's built up, really. I have to have a standpoint from working as a caster. Of course, it's not a great thing to do, but I also have the point from a caster's point of view that we know players gen their Pokemon. There's not really much we can do about it because there's not really much in the game that can kind of stop that, you know. But from a personal perspective, it's difficult, right? Because I like shiny hunting and I put a lot of effort into the shinies that I get. So I can totally relate to other shiny hunters that put that effort in and the reward is there after you've put a lot of time in, right? So I totally get why it might be annoying when shinies are just so readily given out, available and things like that, when there's not really that kind of legwork that's went into getting them. But I think it has to come back to a bit more of a personal achievement rather than kind of getting annoyed at other people for doing things that are a bit more like, you know, a bit easier to get access to, a bit quicker, taking shortcuts and things like that. That's kind of their choice. And I wouldn't ever like, at the end of the day, it's Pokemon, right? People can do what they want. I'm not going to get like mad at someone because they hacked in a shiny and that's how they get a shiny in their game, right? Like, at least for me, I know that I've got these shinies like pretty legit through the game, and that's just me personally, you know, because like I like doing it. I like the challenge, and that's part and parcel of the whole thing. I'm going on way too much of a tangent here. end of the day, I think what Blaine's has built up on his channel, you've got to commend him. He's done really well. He's really successful with it. The people, obviously, that take part in it really enjoy the giveaways and things like that. So I've got like no issue with it at all. So would I love a perfect world where there was no hacked Pokemon in Pokemon games at all? Of course, but that's not a world we live in, unfortunately. And until that day, then I don't really know what else I can do about it. But I'm not going to bash on people for like taking part in those. And I get the argument with competitive players as well. The barrier to entry for VGC is pretty high. Like, I want VG to grow and grow and grow and keep growing. And the more easy it is for players to get teams in game without the time restraints of building teams and stuff like that, the better. And it has improved way more since like I started playing, but it's still a long kind of process for especially new players coming in to build teams, test them out, and then figure out, oh, the last like 20 hours I've done putting a team together, it doesn't work when I've went on the rank ladder, so I have to start again. And it's like, oh, there should be a better system than that. So I can understand why players do it for competitive in particular. But I've went on a tangent anyway, so sorry. Let me know what you think though. I'd love to hear, because I do like hearing the opinion of other people about this sort of thing, like hack Pokemon, hack Shinies, because they're not legit, right? Let's not beat about the bush. The stuff that Blaine sends out is not legit. It's coined as legit, but it's not legit stuff. It's not like someone's went out and caught like 1,000 official Jirachi Shinies and then they're all given out, right? They are genned into the game. They might appear legit, but they're not legit. But like I say, I don't really have an issue with it, but it's good to know what other people think on it. John Luna, how are you doing? Let's Play Johnny, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Let's Play Johnny, thank you so much, my friend. Please have been helpful. Light, thank you so much for the subscribe as well. Hope you're all having a great Monday. I am melting in here tonight. I'm melting in this room. I mean, if they give me a Master Ball, I'm all good with them. That's, yeah, just get those free Master Balls, get those free ability patches. VG's come a long way since when I started, but still needs a lot of work, yeah. We need like a rental team, we need a showdown facility in the games where you can create rental teams through that. I think that would be a big step in the right direction, you know? I think that's something that we need. But I don't really ever have a problem with anyone that does hacking. Like, I wouldn't ever judge anyone for hacking something in or like hacking Chinese. The problem I do have is when people hack stuff into the game that affects other people's games, like the bad eggs that got sent out in Sword and Shield. It was like crashing people's games and people were losing like save data and stuff like that. That's when I have an issue. That's like when you cross the line a little bit, because then it's, as long as it's like it's not affecting anyone else's game, I think do as you want. You've bought that game, you can play it and enjoy it how you want. But I think as soon as you kind of cross the line and you start affecting how other people's games perform and other issues like that, I think, yeah, that's when it's gone too far. But normally at that point, Game Freak are aware of it, step in and kind of stop it. But you know, it still happens. Let's Play Johnny and all good. Great to hear, mate. Enjoy. I could turn a blind eye to getting a genned Apri Ball. I would love some genned Apri Balls. Decidu otherwise, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Does anyone have a suggestion on how to get money in Scarlet and Violet easily? I'm broke. Have you tried the Ace Academy tournament? I did a video on the channel not too long ago, like an updated one, where you can use Ice Rider Calyrex to run through. If you've got a turbo controller as well, it's a really quick way to just leave your Switch kind of running and you can just get money so easily. Just leave your Switch running and running and running. Atomic Hawk. No, they're not 100% genned. Really think Blaine's himself catches every single legendary shiny. 6 out of 8 odds. That's happening 1 in 32 million odds per Pokemon. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they're not legit. You know, they are, as far as you can say from a legality point of view. If you did a legal check in like competitive Pokemon, they do legal checks. So everything falls within a legal parameter, right? So there's not any evidence that it's been genned. There's not any evidence that it's got more EVs than it should have in any one stat, and overall, there's not any issues with abilities, like wrong abilities, wrong moves being on that Pokemon. So legality side of it, the Pokemon appears legal. So in that sense, it would be legit. But in reality, has it been caught in the game using like normal methods? No. So that's what we're talking about. You know. On Apricorns, though, I kind of wish Game Freak would make them more common affordable. I see no reason to make them so rare and expensive. It's crazy, right? It's like the ability patches in Sword and Shield. Like, they were so expensive and so difficult to get. Like, there is no need, because they're just like, they are rare balls, but like, you don't need to make them like so ridiculously hard to get. The guy, Ferxo, I got 2 shiny Eevees in Masuda in Violet, dude. Nice, congrats, man. What are you evolving them into? Right, let's see. Gimroth, what we got. And the time it takes to farm enough money to fully EV train one Pokemon. You can manually train 25 using power items. That is true. That is very true. Crocodile 100, how are you doing? I hope you're well. General Grievous, how are you both doing? I hope you're good today and having a great Monday. Don't apologize. At least you're here, my friend. Grateful to have you as always. UDM17, still remember when Ashton had a full team of Shinies versus Wolf on the US National Final. All of them pink, yeah. I like, you know, I always think, is it James? James Beck always has really good, and Paul Chua as well, always has great nickname themes. I think Paul always has a good nickname theme for his teams. I love the nicknames. It's nice that we can kind of get them back. They're never on stream, but, you know, you can see them. Professor Oak, at least you could do the Den energy thing for luxury balls and sell them at the store for a bunch of cash. That is very true. That was like literally what I relied on. I lived on that in Sword and Shield for getting cash. Scott, Gen Pokemon is epidemic now. It's past the stage where you could crack down on it. I don't see it as cheating, but manipulating the game to make an easy advantage that wouldn't exist in regular play. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. It's like, it's too easy now to do it, and I think, wow, it's too far gone now with everything that's like all the previous gens. I don't know what Game Freak would do to like get around it. I don't think there's even flags that they could. I don't know. I'm not like clued up on it enough to like even say they could do this or do that. Now, the guys that you would need to really speak to about it would be like PK Hex developers, because they know pretty much everything about all of the legality checks and stuff like that, because they program them, all the games and things. Angry Bacon, how are you doing? I hope you're well, my friend. Having a great day, and I hope you had a nice weekend as well. Like, I want to use Apricorns for the 7-star raids and whatnot, but I'm going to sit and roll the lottery each day for a chance at one. And then it's insanely expensive. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you have to grind for them. Like, the ones that I've got, they took ages to get. And it was, like, literally rinsed money. And I don't think I've got many less. I think I've got, like, 2. I think I've got a friend ball and maybe 1 other left now, which is just, like, yeah. So, I mean, I had to catch, I think the one that I wasn't, like, super happy about, and I used it just because I had it, was the Typhlosion when I had a heavy ball, and I was like, well, it's the only one I've got. I should just use it on that. But it's definitely not the ball I would have chose. But yeah, just because I just didn't have access to them, and I didn't have the time to sit at the auction house kind of grinding for them, it's just like, just make them a really, really rare raid drop. You can get them in the Ace Academy, but they're like a 1% or 2% chance of a gift at the end once you beat it, so it's crazy. Juan, how are you doing? I hope you're well, my friend. Great to see you on the stream. And hope you had a great weekend, my friend. Can I have a Charmander and a Cyndaquil? Super savage. We will be trading them out at the end of the stream. So if you stick around, yeah, grab one at the end of the stream if you would like one. That goes to anyone as well. Friend ball is for Rillaboom. Yes. That's a great choice. It has to go on the friend ball. Elvira, the wolf, you just got shiny Fennekin. Congratulations. Super nice shiny as well. I'm pleased you got it. What was the egg count on that? John Luna, I've been hunting shiny Fennekin for quite a while, even though I'm doing the Masuda. Hopefully you get it soon. What are your egg numbers like on it so far? Or have you not really been keeping count? Gimroth, got myself a Dream Ball Fennekin 0 IV yesterday. Nice. Finally bred it into a 6 IV with Magician male though. Ugh. Are you going for the female shiny? Or are you just gonna keep it? No, you've got the shiny male. Congrats on the shiny though. I just wish they would let you change the Pokeball your Pokemon is in. That would be great, wouldn't it? Like have a way to just go to a vendor and say, can I change it? That'd be super nice. Juan, thank you so much for the message and the kind words, mate. I really appreciate it and glad they've been helpful. Hope they continue to be. Crocodile 100 with the shiny Great Tusk coming through. Just put them in. What's that? Just put them in a vendor at least. It's a way to crank up the price. 20k or craftable or tradable items. Still a grind, but not a million cash. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Like paying like $500,000 Pokedollars for one Apricorn ball is just like absolutely nuts. It is crazy. Oddish, I had a niche idea for your Discord server, a challenge dedicated to allowing people to set up a egg hatch counter that people can make guesses on when the egg will hatch shiny. That's a good idea. We could easily do something like that. Leave it with me. I can't get an Apra Ball to save my life. I've been pretty lucky recently with a lot of them that have kind of popped up, and a lot of them I've done when I was actually grinding. Like I got 2 when I was grinding for EV reducing berries. They just kind of popped up and I was lucky enough to have like a bunch of money. It is so RNG based though when you get them. I think the only one that you can't get at the auction house though is the Beast Ball, but every other one is that right? Is it the Beast Ball? Yeah, the Beast Ball I think is the only one. I wouldn't even care if changing the ball cost like 100k. Yeah, exactly. I think like it's way better of an option, and it's a crazy high price as well. So you just do it. When are the Rillaboom raids? They are on the 28th, so a week on Friday they're starting. Scott, in my opinion, it's a bit like steroids in elite cycling. Everyone is doing it. Everyone knows it, and that is now the unchangeable culture. Yeah, it is like that. 100%. And I think until they've got that kind of facility where you can literally go into the game, I think they need a separate battle simulator for competitive Pokemon. I think they need a battle revolution or something like that. I've talked about this in the podcast a bunch, where I think they need to have every generation they release like a battle, like a Pokemon Stadium or a battle revolution or whatever for that generation. And they take the ranked ladder facility out of the main series title and they just put it into this battle stadium game, and you can trade Pokemon over to it. But in the game as well, it has a team building option, so you can just build your own Pokemon really quickly, put a team together, create a rental, and go online and play with it. And you can take them to tournaments and stuff. But you can only, and I think a way to make it like more appealing for people to still buy the game and then have, I guess you would kind of have like special Pokemon would be available only in the game to get across the competitive, or you couldn't get shinies in the rental codes, and you couldn't get special Pokeballs and things like that. So you still have to play the game to trade those Pokemon over and do stuff like that. But if you were just literally playing for the competitive side of things, then you just literally could have the very bare bones of the Pokemon available. And then the barrier to entry would be zero. There would be no barrier to entry. Players would be able to just buy that game and then start playing competitive. And you release one every new gen. And it's a way to kind of keep getting some money as well for doing it. But I don't know. Feels like that's something that probably will never happen. I'd love to see it though. Because I think then as well you could outsource that, like the building of the actual game itself and the modeling and stuff, to another studio. And then you still manage the rank ladder in-house, but it frees up way more development time when you're not having to implement that into the games as well with Game Freak, so they can spend more time on actually the core games, which is kind of good. Do you know when the next raid for Suicune? I have no idea, Jackin. Hopefully they do another repeat for it. If it plays an important role in the DLCs or is important to something in the DLCs, hopefully they do a repeat for it. ZZ Muffin, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good, man. I am doing really good, mate. I need to snag one of these fastball Manders, but I work till 6. Can you save one for me? Of course I can, my friend. If you can't grab it tonight, we'll grab it later in the week for sure. I'll keep one aside for you. Also got a shiny Moongus in a raid. No way, you got it in a raid. A raid shiny. That is lit. Awesome, mate. That's something I am yet to see in Scarlet and Violet, a shiny raid. After all the raids I've done as well, not one has been a shiny. I'd be down with another Battle Revolution game or Pokemon Ranch-esque storage. If I recall right, Game Freak didn't like doing them, so they quit making them. Yeah, I think Battle Revolution was outsourced as well, so that... I think I don't know if they might have done... Oh no, did they do Stadium? I don't even know if they did Stadium, did they? I think that was outsourced as well. I'm trying to think. What is your favorite shiny? Ooh. I always say Azumarill, but we've been talking about Greninja tonight, and it reminds me how much I like Greninja as a shiny. It's so nice. Don't know. We'll say Azumarill, just to stay consistent. Professor Oak is predicting 304 on the Sneasel, not the Charmander egg, though. Can somebody trade me a shiny Great Tusk? A shiny Great Tusk. See, I got a shiny raid Among Us online once, but never my own game. That's awesome. Yeah, the raid shinies are crazy hard to get. I wonder if they'll ever start doing like raid events where they increase the shiny odds, like they did in Sword and Shield eventually. That'd be nice. Joy, I'm on 1050 trying for a Togepi in Shield. It's always the ones you want that take forever, always, my friend. Hopefully you get it soon as well. Good luck with that shiny hunt. To get that shiny Togekiss. Mark, I'm doing good, my friend. I hope you are doing great as well. Crocodile 100. This is like, dude, stop spamming or I'm going to have to time you out. Like literally last one, and no one's got a shiny Great Tusk to trade to you. Okay, dude? And everyone knows you're logging. So last warning, dude. No one. It's gone too long. Too long. Come to think of it, I have Charizard and a Beast Ball. What? You should breed that, Lexi. 100%. That would be a great shiny to get in the Beast Ball. You've got to do it. How do you feel about hacked shiny raids? Again, it's a bit like how I feel about like the shiny stuff, the giveaway stuff. It's like I probably wouldn't take part in them. Like there was plenty of Goldingo shiny raids that were going on, and I don't blame people for taking part in them because I think how that event was advertised was a joke. I think like how did they think it was all right to advertise that as, you can get a shiny Gimmighoul in this raid event, and the odds were like literally the same. I'm like, okay, so to build people's hopes up like that, and then for everyone to find out, oh, it's like actually ridiculous. It's like just basically as hard as it's ever been. I kind of don't blame people for it, but I wouldn't. I'd rather kind of do it legit myself, but at the same time, I don't have any bad feeling for anyone that took part in those. But for sometimes, like, the raids can be quite good for item drops and stuff like that, so that can be quite handy. Rose, I bred a shiny 6 IV Sword and Shield. Took me ages. What is it that you got? I've missed it. I need to go way back. Or did you not just say? You just didn't say. Togepi. Okay, I'm looking up the chat. I'm like, I've missed it. Congrats. Nice shiny to get. 6 IV as well. That's awesome. Endry, you have an Oshawott and a Beast Ball. Oh, I'm jealous, all you guys with these Beast Ball starter Pokemon. It's amazing. Went through the decks and landed randomly with closed eyes on Gyarados and used an encounter power 2 and got a shiny in 4 minutes, and tried it again and landed on a Crocodile. Got a shiny Sandile. Crazy. That is crazy. You up to the news about the Mew and Mewtwo stuff? Yes, Casvel. I am indeed. I think it's. I think we're gonna get something announced. It has to be tomorrow. I think tomorrow might be the day where we get the announcement for a direct. If there is a direct coming, I don't know if we'll get a direct. I feel like there is gonna be a direct. So I feel like tomorrow's probably the day it gets announced. For either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't see them doing a direct on a Friday, but maybe they do, because there's a lot happening on Friday. There's like the Unite stuff, there's the Pokeball Plus gets released in Europe, Pokemon Sleep potentially gets rolled out. So there's a bunch of stuff happening. There's the anime stuff as well, like that new anime announcement that's getting announced on Friday. So maybe we do get a mini presents. But I think they got to announce it like the very latest Wednesday for Friday. So I think we'll know pretty soon if we're getting anything. But it's just weird that the Rillaboom raid isn't happening this week. And there's so much going on. And it's the 25th anniversary of the movie tomorrow for Mewtwo Strikes Back. So it just feels like it's all kind of coming together. So hopefully we do get stuff announced soon. But I'm pretty confident that we'll get the Mewtwo raid this week. Which would be awesome. Fish Shiny Apricorn Scarlet and Violet accidentally fell on, and one of the last 5 for shiny decks, and also accidentally fell down on. Falling down works. Falling down definitely works, mate. Is Croc 100 still at it? Okay. There we go. Croc. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, Mr. Croc. You were warned. Let's pay Johnny. He's heading to the chat. He's gone. He's gone. Banished to the Shadow Realm. I wish I'd Yugi'd it there as well. Mine hatched after 120 eggs with Shiny Charm. That's a good amount of eggs as well, isn't it? I feel like I'm pretty off with counting these eggs, though. I don't feel like I've counted correctly tonight. We might need to go back through, or I might need to go back through and count. Mystery Mew. Danny does. I do feel like that's the one thing I'm like pretty convinced on. Like, I think because Mew feels like it's so important to this event. The only thing that I could think that they do where you don't get a Mew, which would be really like bittersweet, would be... It's just a random like event Terra Raid crystal that appears, and you can't take any Pokemon into it. You can only enter the raid with no Pokemon, and then Mew appears to help you, and then that's what battles the Mewtwo with. And after the battle, you can catch the Mewtwo once, but then the Mew disappears. And I really hope that's not what happens, because there is that information, the data mine information, that the Mew gets the mightiest mark after completing the raid. So I'm kind of holding out hope that you do get a Mew, and you have to get the Mew before you go into the Terra raid. And that would mean if you do, They have to give out a mystery gift Mew for it to go into the raid with. I'm just hoping they don't do what I said originally, where it just appears and you have to battle with it and that's it, and it disappears after the battle. So yeah. I think the Mewtwo raid would have come out this week, but since they had that problem, I think the problems are all sorted. You know, I really do. He got sent to Scott's house. He's been sent. Considering what they did with the Shiny Gimagoo raids, nothing would surprise me anymore. Yeah, I just hope it's not that. It'd be a really interesting raid, though. I mean, you can still get a legit Mew rather easy in BDSP if you have a safe file of Let's Go. Yeah, that is very true. So it's really easy to get Mew if you got BDSP and Let's Go. And that's a really nice option. And then it's just a giving away Mews in like Pokemon Go. You've got the BDSP one. It'd just be like, it would just feel nice for the anniversary for them to just give a Mew out, right? To kind of commemorate the anniversary of the movie. I just want a mystery gift Mew, really. That's all I'm after. And I'm just trying to kind of be realistic about it as well, that it might not be something that we'll see. I mean, so we'll see. Kitty, the Shiny Hunter, how are you doing? I don't know if you remember, but a week ago, your live stream, I said I had 180 Carbink eggs to hatch. You said I would get the shiny. I did on the 5th egg. No way. On the 5th egg. That's amazing. Awesome to hear. Great shiny as well. Later, I'm going to be part of... I'm going to be part of the world soon. Really looking forward to it. Awesome, Rose. That is going to be very exciting. That is going to be very exciting. You'll have to keep us up to date with how that is all planning out. I'm very excited to see this play out. Joy, I want a Hooper. Me too. I think Hoopers are one of the only mythicals I haven't got. Snow on Fire. Yeah, I think Mew would be great. I think it would make like everyone be so hyped to get a mystery gift Mew. I want a 7-star Oddish raid with the mightiest mark. Don't we all though, mate? That's what we're all dreaming of. That's what we're all dreaming of. Is Arceus affected by the Shiny Charmander BDSP? I don't think it is. I think it's like full odds. I'm pretty sure. Which is savage. Because I think it would make getting the Shiny Charm in that situation definitely worthwhile. But I'm pretty sure, off the top of my head, I don't think Arceus is affected by it. Lumpy, hopefully I'll catch the end of the stream off to the shop before I get home from work. Hope it's enjoyable. Enjoy the shops. And hopefully see you before the stream ends as well. Chris, I hope they do a Terror Raid Adventures in DLC like Dynamax Adventures. They got to do something like that, right? To get the legendaries. You've got to think. Because the legendaries have to be obtained some way. So something like that, like in deep levels of Area 0 where we haven't been yet, would make super sense. Oddish, still my guess, 137 for the Shiny Charmander. If you get it right, you get it. You keep it. You keep the special 137 Charmander. Tim, thank you so much. Enjoy the nap, my friend. Enjoy that. I need a nap myself. Probably get the shiny at 100. Super savage. If we do, that'd be awesome. Then we can start the Arceus hunt. Boot up my sword. I have multiple Apri balls to use. He thinks I need to find some good catches to invest in. Yes, mate. Get ready for, like, just think of some Reg D Pokemon that you can see consistently being used and then go for those. Professor Arceus is full odds indeed, yeah. Yeah, I did think that, which is brutal. I think Shaman is as well. I think Shaman's not affected by the Shiny Charm either. Snow on Fire. Osirus, do you have any theories about Terrapega's law for Scarlet and Violet DLCs? I think it's been... And this kind of backs up. There's a post by Q saying, you know, I think it was today, and he put up the board about Trevor Cloud, thank you so much, Trevor, for the subscribe. And if you join us tonight on the stream, I hope you're enjoying it with us all. With the board, and it had the text on from Kitakami, it has the Hero 3, and it has what everyone assumed was Ogopon as well, running away, getting chased by it. And they're like silhouettes on the board. And Soul Silver pointed something really, really interesting out, which I've always thought but never really spoke about, was that character, that legendary that's getting chased by the Hero 3 doesn't look like Ogopon. Like, it never has done to me. So, but I've always just kind of been like, it must be Ogopon. But I think there's another legendary involved that links the Teal Mask to the Blueberry Academy and links to Terrapagos in some sort of way where it was able to be caught. And I think, is it Clavel? Is it Clavel? I don't know. The director of the Blueberry Academy. I think he's got something to do with it. I think he's got Terrapagos like captured somewhere and he's like utilizing its power or something along those lines. That's what I feel like. And I think the baby, I don't know how the baby connects to it, but I feel like it's almost like a different form of it rather than a pre-evolution. I don't know. I need to really think about it properly and try and piece some bits together. But it definitely, I got the feeling that it was in a cave or in some sort of enclosure from the DLC trailer. It didn't look like it was kind of like free. I don't know why I get that feeling. It just felt like that's how it was in that last DLC trailer at the end. It just felt like it was like captured somehow. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, like subconsciously with the terrarium and then going to that. But I don't know if that's how we're meant to kind of subconsciously think and link up. Like the terrarium's kind of like an encapsulated, enclosed area, and then Terrapagos looks like it's in a small enclosed area. Is it kind of being held? Is it being captured? I don't know. It's weird. There's so many questions I got for it. Do you think Victini will be shiny locked in Gen 5 remakes? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. They gotta unlock it. They gotta allow you to shine it. Hunt it shiny. Ben, I used my fastball and 7-star Pikachu, which is male, wanted to confirm there is no way to get that ball onto Growlithe through breeding. I tried restarting at the port, but can't find a new fastball. You can get a fastball from the auction house, 100%. I've got a couple from there, so it is possible. It's just probably one of the rare ones, or the RNG's not being super kind. I would say just have like patience with it and just keep trying until it does pop up. That's the only other way you can get the special Apricorn balls is in Scarlet and Violet, is through the Ace Academy tournament. It's a very low % reward, but if you use the Ace Academy tournament method where you're grinding for money and you've got like a turbo controller, there's a good chance that you would get it like after a certain amount of time of doing it. So that's one way to do it, where you're not just sitting at the auction house kind of grinding for it. But again, it's either way is like super grindy. The other option is if you got Sword and Shield, you can get the Apricorn balls a little bit easier, not really that much easier, but through the Chromomatic in the Isle of Armor. Is that the shiny? Or is that the light? It is the shiny! We got it! We got it! 100 eggs! 100 eggs! Who guessed 100? Trevor Bugman, thank you so much for the subscribe. Let's go. Jesse Clark, thank you so much for the subscribe. I can't believe we got it. I thought it was the light again, because the light here is like crazy. David, thank you so much for the subscribe. There we go. Shiny, shiny boy. That's awesome. That is awesome. I can't believe it. And we've got boxes and boxes to go. All right. How many we got? We'll hatch the rest of this box. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went to town this time on getting prepared for it. I was like, I wasn't expecting to get it. We got it. We got it. We'll hatch the rest of this box, and then we might do the Arceus. I got to get the Charizard now, though. Actually, I'm going to get it to level 100, so it doesn't really matter. I don't really want to get it to level 100 because I want it to evolve. Let's get through all these moves. I want to see the back sparkle. Me too. I'm like, we have to do it now. We've got to do it. We just got the shiny, so we have to get the Charizard. Let's make it learn Flamethrower, at least. I wish there was a way just to be like, skip all learnable moves for now. There we go. Okay, let's get the Charmeleon. Oh, I'm so happy that we got it so quick as well. I can't believe it. It's the jacket. It's the jacket. There he is. And now, I want to move into a different light to evolve it. I want to move into somewhere it's a bit darker so we can see it a bit better. Because that just feels like it's like crazy, that crazy light that we've got. I have got no candies left. Okay, here we go. The jacket strikes again. It is the jacket. There we go. Oh, and it looks so good in Scarlet and Violet. The model is so nice. I think it's one of my favorite Charizard models that we've had in a very long time. It looks so clean. Oh, I'm so happy we've got this now as well. That's amazing. Yes, we'll teach you Air/Charizard. You can keep Growl. Amazing. I mean, the other option is instead of going into Arceus tonight, we could just continue hatching these eggs, and if we get another one, I can do a giveaway. So I'm going to stick this in box 1 just for the time being, and then we will hatch the rest of these eggs while we decide what we're going to do. Because I'm all up for going to Legends Arceus and trying this Arceus hunt tonight. UDM 17. Also, I'm telling you, a few hours and we get the Arceus as well. Your premonition might come true. You can skip learnable moves in settings. Nathan, are you kidding? You are... Oh my god. This is a revelation, Nathan. Thank you so much, mate. I didn't even know that was a set. I didn't even know that was an option. I appreciate you so much, Mr. Nathan. Thank you so much. I never even realized about that. The amount of seconds that you're going to save me is going to add up to hours by the end of Scarlet and Violet. So, thank you so much. Hexy Fumble, 7-star raids, give you great amounts of candies. Mine are maxed out at 999 large and XL. That's what I need to do. I've still got the Delphox raid in my game, so I'm probably going to do that over the next couple of days. So I've got a good bank ready for either when the Mewtwo raid gets announced, in case we need stuff for that, and in particular when the Rillaboom one goes live a week on Thursday. So... got observations Hacky. I see you getting Arceus in 10 hours. 10 hours. I would take that. It's shiny locked in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yeah, General Grievous. But I've got it ready to shiny hunt in BDSP. That's what I meant. Sorry, not Legends Arceus. That's the one. Is my text speed not fast? I normally always do that. Yeah, text speed is fast, so that's all right. That's all right. That's good. Thank you, though, Nate. Appreciate it. Just for the reminder, just in case it wasn't. That's always something I do. And normally at the start of a game, it's like habit since like the early gens. You know, the text speed was like... Only One Piece fans will get it. Drawn Luna. I have a confession. I haven't watched... I've watched one episode of One Piece. And I was like, I can't commit to this because there's so many episodes and I need some time where I can be like, okay, I can sit and I can just binge watch like a good few hundred episodes of this. So I've put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off over the years, and now I'm like, it just feels like a way more monumental task now to. Oh man, what have I done? I need to go back one and go back one. But it is on the list of things to do. I do want to watch it because I know how good it is. People talk about it all the time how good it is. And Bratman, I'm still hunting a second Arceus. How many resets are you on? What Pokeball are you catching Arceus in? I'd love to get it in a Premier Ball, you know. I think whatever ball I've got on BDSP, really, I'll have to have a look before. I'll have to have a look because I've saved at the top of the stairs and I haven't checked the Pokeballs or anything that I've got. I know I've got a Smeagol in my party though, so I've got a way to put it to sleep. It's only 1,070 episodes. Yeah, but only. Is there a lot of filler episodes? Is it like Naruto where there's like episodes and episodes of filler where it's not really... I say like it's skippable. But there's so much filler in Naruto, right? But you kind of need to watch the filler stuff to get the full story. So you can't really take that route of being like skip the fillers because just watch the main series. I bet it's not really filler, but very slow sometimes. Yeah, like Naruto, like some series you get, like some seasons you get in Naruto where it's like a full season of filler, and then you get like maybe 2 episodes at the end, 2 or 3 episodes at the end where it's back to the main story, and you're like, well, I've just got... I remember when like what was it, like I can't remember which season it was with Pain, but I specifically remember that series being like the whole thing being filler, and the last 3 or 4 episodes at the end being like just the Pain fight, and being like, we're finally here. The filler was painful sometimes in a row. David, need any regional Pokemon? I don't think I do. I don't think I think I need... No, I don't need an Alolan Raichu. That was the one I needed, but I think I picked it up. What about you? I'm on Scarlet, but I don't need any. Ah, okay. You guys are... I'm just getting involved in this conversation. There are like 200-ish filler episodes. That's not too bad, you know, for that amount of episodes that there are. So much filler in Naruto. Another news, I won another Fire Red Box genuine game. No way, Scott. That's nuts. Postman has delivered to the wrong house. Has been signed for by some other... Currently investigating. You need to get on that. Yeah, that's nuts. You don't want to lose that, mate. Nate, Dragon Ball Z was... it's too much filler as well. So much filler in Dragon Ball Z. Oh, man. Just Goku. I always remember the Namek saga, and there was just episodes of Goku and Frieza just powering up for episodes and episodes, and you'd be like, oh man, they haven't really got into the fight yet, and it's like they're still powering up. Are we going to get any action? And you get a little bit of fight, and then for the next it would be like powering up again for another week long worth of episodes. You're like, come on guys. And then there'd be some side story about Bulma trying to find the ship or something like that. Dragon Ball Super, to be fair, wasn't really too bad on the filler stuff, I felt. Which is maybe why it was really... Yeah, I really enjoyed Dragon Ball Super. It was good. Yeah, Naruto was great when it comes to that. But Boruto now follows suit. Not as much filler, but still very good and worth a watch. If not, start Black Cover, a really good anime. I might do that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Does anyone have a shiny Rockruff they are willing to trade with me? I don't. Unfortunately, if I did, I would. For sure. Matthew, does anyone have... and Naruto is way worse, but there are entire episodes that are flashbacks of the previous episode. Yeah. Fights were like 10 episodes screaming. 5 minutes of actual fight, yeah. Dragon Ball, I'm presuming, Nigel, yeah. I'm rewatching DBZ now. Goku has just turned Super Saiyan. There's been 3 episodes of Goku making the spirit bomb. I wonder by the end of Dragon Ball Z how many episodes were just spent on Goku making spirit bombs. They never, well, I say they never work. Pretty much. They're very, very hit or miss for the time you put into them. Gabe, thank you so much for the subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you are joining the stream tonight, I hope you're enjoying it with us all. Dragon Ball Z, though, is so good, so nostalgic. I did love it when I growing up watching it. It's such a good series. Cameron, I found another full odd shiny, and it's a Mareep. Nice. That is awesome. That is awesome. Great shiny. And Luna, no, Brodo is not worth the watch. Oddish, what should I nickname the shiny Hisuian Sneasel? I got it today. Also take my remaining shiny luck. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Got a shiny Charmander after like 30 eggs and a beast ball. Nice. What are your favorite YouTubers? Also, how is your day? My day's going good, Anthony. Thank you so much. And favorite YouTubers. Ooh. Don't know, leave it with me. I'll think about it. I watch a lot of like football podcast stuff, so a lot of my, I don't know if like you guys would know very many of them. I swear this light in this area we're hatching, every Charmander looks like it's going to be a shiny, but it's not. Waslingard, standing desk. It is a lifesaver, honestly. It is so good. It makes streaming like so much, I think, just better because it gets so like, if I've been sitting down all day as well at a desk, it's just nice to be able to change, just to stand and play. It's definitely worth the investment. If anyone's ever thinking about getting one, definitely just do it. Sakato, how are you doing? Love your videos. They all help me. Thank you so much. I've been wondering if there is a way to get a Alolan Raichu and a Alolan form in Scarlet. So you can trade them in, but you can't evolve any of the Galarian or Alolan forms in the game. I think, no, that might not be true for the Alolan forms. I think the Alolan forms, I know for a fact you can't evolve Pikachu into Alolan Raichu. I think you need to trade it into Alola to evolve it. So that's the only problem. And it's the same with Galarian, Slowpoke, and Slowbro. They need to be traded to Scarlet, Sword and Shield to evolve because you need the wreaths for their headpiece to evolve them. So you need to trade those back. So there's a few exceptions of being able to trade. I'm kind of hoping in the DLCs there's some special items that allow us to evolve these Pokemon without having to trade them back into the previous generations. That'd be kind of nice. Do you mean football or football? Football, as in football, as in soccer, if that makes it a bit more identifiable, but actual football, yeah. Oddish, my colorblind friend missed a shiny Slowpoke. That is sad. It's like Austin John did a really good video on shiny hunting for people with like colorblindness or difficulty kind of identifying different colors, and ways for people to kind of adjust their screens and things like that. It was really, really cool video. Definitely get your friend to check it out. My favorite YouTuber is Graham Souness on TalkSport. Definitely not. I don't think anyone on that channel would ever fall into the favorite category, if I'm honest. Which one of your latest One Piece fights and it will make you want to watch from all the way back? It's easier to watch when shiny hunting. Have it on in the background here. Let's Go has the Alolans. Let's Go has the Alolans so that you can get them in those as well. Okay. Thanks, Oddish. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize you could get Alolan Raichu in Let's Go. Wow. Lexi, so proper football, yeah. Yeah. Not American football. I was rewatching some of your guides for shiny hunting yesterday. Caught 2 Sableye, nice, 2 Brute Bonnet, and a Sneasel with 2 sandwiches. That's awesome, Stefano. Congrats on the shinies. Pleased the video helped out. I need to do, I just need to check. I think it's weird. I've stumbled across an area in the game which is like an area you wouldn't have thought could produce shinies from, but I think it's going to be a little bit like the Cyclozar, where the Cyclozars were kind of pouring out the wall when you stood in a position. But I found a rock where if you stand next to, like, a certain distance away from it, the Pokemon start pouring out of it, but it's in the overworld. But I've had that much going on in the game recently. I haven't had a chance to go back and try the shiny hunting with it. But I do want, like, I want to go and do a video on it. I might, it'll probably be next week, because I reckon if we are getting Mewtwo 7-star raid and we get DLC stuff, I think it'll be I'll have too much going on to do the video on it there. But I definitely, I've got it written down where it is. So I'm like, I want to go and check it out, because I think it'll be a really different place to probably get like really easy shinies of some of the Pokemon that haven't really been featured in many of the shiny guides yet. So it could be quite good, but no guarantees it works. It might have just been a weird fluke. David, I feel like a tramp asking for Pokemon in YouTube live comments. Don't feel like a tramp. You're fine. I still need to watch Cowboy Bebop. Yes, you do. Have you ever watched Trigun as well? That's an old one. That's a good one. What would you trade for Chinese? What would you trade for Shiny Charizard? If I get a second one, I will be giving it away. So we've got the one that we want. We've got boxes left of Charmanders, but if I get a second one, I will do a giveaway for it. Although it's only one, and it's like I want to give one away to everyone. But do you think they will announce Mewtwo tomorrow? Andrew, I think there will be an announcement. If we're going to get a direct, I think they've got to announce that the direct will be happening later this week, tomorrow. At the very latest, that announcement would have to be Wednesday, I think. Just to give people enough time to hype up when the direct would be. And if we get a little trailer in it as well, which would be very cool. Get some stuff about Pokemon Sleep. New TCG products, Worlds hype, all the events that are happening at Worlds. There's so much they can talk about, like Unite and all that stuff. So maybe tomorrow, Pokemon Company confirmed that we will get Surnet. There is a shiny trick for Cyclozar. Came up with myself that isn't on YouTube. That works great, but too lazy to get someone to make a video on it. Tell me, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm always interested in these little tricks, because there's always like maybe the chance that there's extra stuff added alongside them that you can kind of get other Pokemon with them as well. There wasn't with the Cyclozar, but with some of the other ones, there is a few things. With One Piece, you see how the animation evolves through the years. It's so good. Okay, you're definitely convincing me to take the dive. If I have any flights coming up soon that are like long haul, I'll make the commitment to start it then. Can I get a Charmander named Bing Bong? My sibling loves Inside Out and Charmander. We can do that. We can 100% do that. Anthony, were you disappointed with Scarlet and Violet? Definitely not. No, definitely not. I mean, there's niggles with it, right? There's like lots of niggles with it. But I disappointed, no. I think it's like playability, enjoyability. Like I love the games. So yeah, not disappointed in the slightest. And I'm super excited to see how the stories expand in the DLCs as well, and what the kind of all these mysteries are around Paradox Pokemon, if you get some answers on those. Terrapagos as well. Area Zero. Is Truro and Sada story kind of complete? There's all those questions about Heath. There's so many questions that I would like the answer to. So yeah, I'm excited, and it's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. Justin Keller, thank you so much for the subscribe. Like I say, I think there's just a few niggles like we've had with it, but outside of that, it's been fine. Vincentus Benford, thank you so much for the subscribe. If you joined us on the stream tonight, I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you've had a great Monday, regardless if you're here or not. What about you, though? What are your thoughts on Scarlet and Violet? I'd love to know. Do you think at some point they will unlock Shiny Miraidon and Crydon? Yes, I do, 100%. I think they're gonna do a similar thing what they did at the kind of the end of Scarlet and Violet, like they did the end of Sword and Shield with Zamazenta and Zacian. I think they'll do a mystery gift for them at some point. They did it for like Xerneas Yveltal as well, so it just makes sense that they kind of continue that on the end cycle of Scarlet and Violet, that we eventually get them. And they'll be the best shinies ever. That's definitely an event I do not want to miss. Avira the Wolf, I wish they would have kept the shiny noise from Legends Arceus. Yeah, I agree. Whenever I go back into that game and I hear it, I'm like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And the animation of just the stars when a shiny kind of like sprite spawns in the wild. It's so good. Andrew, how are you doing? I hope you're well, my friend. Thanks for joining the stream, and I hope you're having a great Monday. We need more Arvin and his good doggo. We definitely do. 100%. Actually, you can drop me a message on Discord if you want, if it's easier. Just however's easy for you. I am interested though, because like the game's been out so long, it feels like everything's almost been exhausted in the base games, but there's definitely so much stuff that we still haven't like uncovered. So yeah, if you don't mind sharing it, that would be amazing. Of course, if you make a video on it, you get full credit for the method. The entity's shiny event was so hard to obtain. Him everywhere was sold out. I barely got one. Was that for the Eternatus one, Bratman? Any tips for Shiny Charm? I have a little less than 70 left. Elijah, what are you needing? If you like, the easiest ways to join Discord communities, normally they'll have like trade sections, or even like subsets where you can go in for completing your decks, and people will trade you whatever you need, and it can like they can just touch trade with you, to make it like really easy, you know. So that's one thing. But if you need anything, ask in the chat. I'm sure people will help for sure. If I've got anything that's in particular that you need, I'm happy to trade as well. I think that Scarlet and Violet is a good 8 out of 10. If it wasn't for all the performance issues, it could have been top 3 best Pokemon games ever. I agree with you. I think, yeah, the performance issues haven't helped it. And a lot of the glitches and things that have come along with it, like the raid glitches, just felt like there was a period of like non-stop issues with it. And nothing was getting better. It just felt like it was just getting worse. But I feel like, touch wood, it's got to like a stable-ish place at the minute. Like performance issues, I think people are still experiencing. But yeah, other than that, I think a great game. I really enjoyed it, and still am getting a lot of enjoyment out of it as well. So I guess that's something to think. And it's like, it feels like I've done everything in the games, but there's still like little bits you can do here and there. And then the DLCs. I'm ready for the DLCs now, though. Appreciate it, Luna. I definitely won't get caught up with 1,000 episodes in 3 weeks, though. Definitely not. Mr. Leviathan, is BDSP with the buy to play? Common consensus of players would say no, but it does give you access to a lot of the mythical Pokemon, a lot of the legendaries that you can get quite easily. So for that reason, like, it could be worth getting. Like, you can get Mew and Jirachi really early on in the games. If you've got Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, of course, you've got a save file of one of those games. Then you can get Mew and Jirachi as gifts very early on. You can get Darkrai, you can get Shaman. Can you get Shaman still? Is Oak's Letter still available? I'm not sure if it is. So I don't want to say like Shaman, because you might not be able to get it. But you can get Arceus as well. And you can Shiny Hunt Arceus. You can get Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, of course. So there's a lot of Pokemon that you can get, like exclusive Pokemon that might make it worthwhile. Otherwise, I'd probably say... I mean, if you were asking me personally, I enjoyed it. I'd say if you can pick it up cheap, get it. But otherwise, I think it might not be something I'd recommend. It's not one of the top tier Pokemon games. For Arceus, I'm going with 682. Yeah, I went to 3 stores and couldn't get any. Had to trade a friend who got an extra just to get him. Wow, that's nuts. Were they selling the codes then for that one? Or were they just like a free code that you could go in for? Does anyone want a Sneasel and a Moonball? Can't guarantee gender. Oddish. It's very kind of you, my friend. Torrential rain has stopped. I'm going out to play Pokemon Go. Have fun, Roz. Thank you so much for coming by the stream. And Lou Lily, thank you so much for the subscribe. And Roz, hopefully catch up with you later in the week. Good luck with Pokemon Go hunting now. Hope you get some good stuff. Shiny Hunt Arceus was a nightmare for me, but I got it. Nice. How many resets did you do? Philip, I'm currently 50 hours and 3,000 encounters on Arceus. Hopefully I get it soon. Kind of Philip, I can imagine. Should we jump over to Arceus and hunt for that shiny? Or should we continue just hatching the rest of these Charmander eggs? Yes, yes. Anthony, I loved Scarlet and Violet. Awesome to hear. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. Okay. It looks like everyone wants us to go try and find the Arceus. I'll get my BDSP copy out. Where are you? Legends Arceus. I think it's on this one. I think it's on my diamond. Fine with either way. I'm still predicting. Okay. Philippe, how are you doing? I'm good, my friend. Thank you so much. And hope you are doing good as well. Arceus, yeah. Arceus. It's confusing. I swear that was the pronunciation originally. It was never Arceus. And I still fall back into the Arceus sometimes. It's hard to get out of it. How many eggs we got left in this box? Should we finish this box off? Yeah, we got one more line. So we'll do this one box and then we will go into Arceus. Arceus. Imagine if we get the shiny tonight as well. That would be absolutely nuts. But the last 2 egg hunts we've done have been really, really good. Like 81 for Cyndaquil and 100 for Charmander. I take that every day. We've been really lucky, so I don't know if we'll get as lucky with the Arceus. But we do have the jacket on, so as long as we're wearing the jacket, there is always hope. And then when we've had a good few attempts, we can come and do trade over for these Charmanders. Step into the Thunderdome, Lee. It is inevitable. It's an inevitable hunt for Arceus. How many resets are you on, Professor Oak? Or you just stop counting? Is this the final test for the shiny jacket? It is the final test. If the jacket fails for this one, then we have to bin the jacket. John Luna, thank you so much for coming by. Great to see you as well. And hopefully catch you later in the week on the streams. UDM17, thank you so much. 20 months member, mate. I cannot say how much that means. Honestly, the support there is amazing. Thank you so much. By the will of the jacket, may we get Shiny Lord. First try. Can you imagine? I'd be annoyed. I'd be annoyed for everyone else at Shiny Hunted Arceus if I got it on the first try. I'd be so annoyed for like everyone else because I know how I'd feel. I'd be like, how does that guy get it so quickly? And then I would put the jacket up on eBay with the backstory and then we'd sell it. and buy a huge shiny hunting setup of like hundreds of SPs and hundreds of game cubes, and we just have a crazy one of those crazy Twitch stream setups with like hundreds of shiny hunting attempts going on at the same time, all funded by the jacket that we no longer own. Rough estimate 6,300 resets, Professor Oak. Oh, that is painful. That is painful. That is a lot of resets. Yeah, it's probably more as well if that's a rough estimate. And Joanna, I'm always so confused about the pronunciation because the katakana is A-R-U-S-E. Yeah, and Sue. But it didn't sound right in English. Yeah. Arceus. Because it's like, I think a good way that I remember it is when we got the Arcphone in Legends Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus, you can't call it the Arcephone. It has to be the Arcphone, right? So it has to then be Arceus and not Arceus. So that's a good way that I try and remember it. It's not the best way of remembering it, but it does work. Okay, right. Let's save this and then boot into BDSP. Let's start the shiny hunt. Is there a GIF we can use? There is. Saved our progress. Okay. Let's close out with this. Pokemon Diamond. I think I'm on the stairs. Right. Let me just tweak this so I can change this to the God Pokemon. That's massive. You're huge. Change this to 100 so we know, and then we'll pop you. I'll have to shrink you down, Arceus. I'm sorry. Because otherwise you're not going to fit. And then we can reset the counter. Right. Don't forget to check the Pokeballs you have. Yes, that is very true. We need to do that before we do anything. We might need to go and get Pokeballs and then come back here if we've not got Pokeballs. Make sure you have a Master Ball. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got a Master Ball. The worst thing about soft resetting on BDSP is the load time. Failing the shiny would be tragic. It would be very tragic. Let's check our Pokeball situation. What have we got? We've got lots of Premier Balls. Got Dusk Ball. We've got lots of Pokeballs. Have we got the Master Ball? We haven't got the Master Ball. But we've got lots of balls, right? We've got Luxury Balls. We've got our 100 Quick Balls. Yeah, we're good. We're good for Pokeballs. We're good. Professor Oak, I have an extra Master Ball if you need it, Lee. Thank you so much, mate. We're just going to do it. We're going to go in for it. We got all the balls, except the Master Ball. Is Pokemon Arceus worth buying to play? Yes, 100%. I don't even need to discuss that. I would say if you haven't bought Pokemon Legends Arceus, go out and buy it. It's a great game. So it's not shiny there, so then we just reset, yeah. And that's it. Because it should show shiny there, I think, right? Right, Ghastly. This is actually the card that we did the Sleep Lock stream on the channel with. So we did a Sleep Lock with this copy. This is the complete copy. And these are the Pokemon. The majority of the Pokemon that are in the party right now are from that Sleep Lock still. So yeah, that was a fun stream. It was like 17 and a half hours, I think, solidly playing through. So that was good. We should do another one like that. We could do Scarlet and Violet one. It shows shiny right away. Awesome. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate that. What is your longest shiny hunt? I think we're about to start it, Seth. Longest outside of this? Let me think. I'll have to think about that. I've had some long ones, but nothing into the, I don't think anything like crazy big. Nothing crazy big. Let me think. I'll get you a good answer. Anthony, Lee gets a shiny immediately. Can you imagine? I'm hopeful. If we almost think it, we could get it. UDM 17, 18.8 hours. The worst thing about that sleep lock, UDM 17, was the fact that I started it at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Like, why didn't I not? Like, I had a full day already under my belt. Like, why didn't I start it in the morning? And then it wouldn't have even been bad if we'd done 24 hours. Because it was like way longer than 24 hours I was asleep, awake. So that's what made it. And that's doing. I'm messing everything up. I need the counter, not that. Wrong screen. Good luck to everyone who receives a Hisuian Sneasel. Mr. Oddish, you are too kind sending those out to everyone. And Moonballs as well, super nice. John, I have 40 hours on BD and still haven't played the game. Just a briefcase simulator. Oh, you're going for the shiny. 40 hours. Good luck. This is your first full odds hunt. I don't know if you would count it for full odds without the shiny charm. So I think we did. The last full odds I did was for an Alpha Lucario in Pokemon Legends Arceus. That was a pretty long hunt, but we had the shiny charm, so I don't really. That's not full odds, so that's kind of shiny charm odds. So this is probably it. Yeah, probably. Get ready for that number to grow into the thousands. Landon, can I have one for? Will appear instantly through the cutscene. General Grievous, should I try to shiny hunt my Rayquaza while you hunt Arceus? Yes, do it. Shiny Rayquaza is awesome. I went to sleep at the 3rd badge, woke up again in the middle of the 8th gym fight. Yeah, that was crazy. Like, I think the grind at the end felt the longest for sure. And when we lost Luxray, we nearly had the perfect run as well. It was like, I honestly, like, I was so gutted, so sad when we when Luxray got that mirror caught off the Girafarig. Diana, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you're having a great Monday and had a nice weekend as well. I'm doing a hunt like this on Shield for Terrakion and Virizion. It just seems so daunting, so I took a break. Yeah, it can do. Can get like quite. I think it's good with these long hunts. At least when I was doing like the shiny alphas in PLA, it was always good to take a break in between. Because I did the Snorlax one as well, which I still need to finish. And that one is just such a grind. Such a grind. So it's always nice to have a break. But good luck when you go back to it. Maybe when you go back is the time that you get it. Mark, do you have any of your Gen 3 games still? Yes, I do, mate. I do. I was just talking at the start of the stream. I've got a GB operator coming tomorrow. So I kind of plan on doing some streams with the original cards. So, yeah, I've got Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Leaf Green. The only one I haven't got is Fire Red. I do have a fake copy of Fire Red. I didn't realize it was fake though when I got it, but it is fake, which is sad. But yeah, I've got all of those. So I hope to do some streams with them soon. It'd be good. Found a shiny Ho-Ho today in Dynamax Adventures. Anthony, congrats. Super nice shiny. Alicia, have mine from 3DS from Omega Ruby. Nice. Seth, the long hunts are fun. You just have to focus on putting up numbers, not the shiny, or it's grueling. That's true. That's some good advice, actually, Seth. When you think like, because you're in the minute and constantly like, is it shiny? Is it shiny? Is it shiny? Is it shiny? It's not shiny. But it is. It is about the numbers, isn't it? It's about getting those numbers. Because basically, I've got to get to around 4,000, you know, just to be like at the odds of getting it in that range. Like, just the one chance of getting it. But it's likely it's probably not even going to be in that number. There's going to be way more. And at least having that mindset makes it a little bit easier to kind of, you concentrate on the numbers. It's more of a game of getting the numbers up rather than, like you say, yeah. I like that. I like that. That's a good way of looking at it. Thank you, mate. 7-star Garbodor raids when? Go Looper. Never. Garbodor. G-Max Garbodor. Was so cool. Never got any love though, did it? David, your favorite shiny legendary Pokemon? I'm a big Groudon fan, so I'm biased. Groudon's a really nice shiny. I like Rayquaza. I like the primal Kyogre Groudon shinies. They're so nice. They're probably the best ones, like out of all the legendaries. I would say if we got access to Cryogon and Miraidon, I'd say they are they're like some of my best shiny legendaries, but they're shiny locked still. So the mythicals count in this little tier that we're talking about, or is it just like box art legendaries? What's that, Scott? You say I have a near mint copy of Emerald arriving. Nice, man. Is that boxed and everything? That's nice, mate. But there's a way of calculating the percentage chance of hitting a probability. So for 3,000 encounters, it's about a 50% chance. You would take that, right? 3,000. We're on 7. It's going to be a long hunt. As I say, I think this one's probably one that we'll do on and off around other hunts. Like if we get the shinies early in a stream, we'll do this one for a little bit. And then we can kind of just go on to another shiny hunt and then come back to this one. And then we might just do some dedicated streams just for this one, just to get through resets and stuff like that. Caught 3 shinies. While looking for a shiny Drifloon, I caught Hawlucha, very nice shiny. Rufflet, awesome, and Golgott, super nice shinies, all of them. Why am I going down there? I just need to concentrate on clicking the right buttons. I'm so used to doing the date skip glitch that I'm like instantly going down to that system settings. Boxed, nice. And the books as well. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, Alejandro, fave shiny is Lilligant. Lilligant is a great shiny. Hisuian Lilligant is really nice. And the scratch card inside it for the Nintendo points still got its scratch on. That's awesome, mate. Seth, this is cool one. I need to do it. And Shaman. My long hunts are currently in black and white. Nice. What are you currently hunting for, Seth? And the Shaman one is... Shaman's actually a bit easier than the Arceus because you don't need to reset the game on the Shaman. You just need to go down the path and then you can kind of come back to the Shaman and then re-encounter it. And that counts as another... It generates again, so it's a little bit quicker. But I think to generate the Arceus, you need to go down to the bottom of the steps, so it's quicker just to reset, I think, in this scenario, as far as I know. From what I know from other shiny hunters. Does the ball trick for breeding work if you use a Ditto? No, Ditto is the only Pokemon that won't pass a Pokeball down, unfortunately. How does she think it can finally get that shiny Quasar after about a year and a half? You've got to get it soon. You've got to get it. Anthony, I loved going back. I shiny hunted all my old Pokemon games, and man, Smeagol was the best for shiny back in the day. Yeah, Smeagol's a great shiny as well. Such a nice shiny. We haven't had Smeagol in the games. Well, it wasn't in Sword and Shield, was it? And it's not in Scarlet and Violet. They got to bring it back in black and white. I mean, it was in BDSP, but it kind of doesn't count because it was just a it's a remake, right? Blitzel in white and Frillish in black too. Both for shiny playthroughs. Nice. That's awesome. Seth, good luck with us. Frillish for the Jellicent. Super nice shinies. Jana doing some Dynamax adventures, hoping for shiny legendary. Got so many shinies, but no shiny legendary Pokemon yet. Fingers crossed. I hope you get a shiny legendary soon. Which one are you like aiming for? A specific one or just any that kind of pop up? Danny does 4,166 odds, right? I think, yeah. Is it 4,196 or is it 66? David, do people take Pokemon back to previous generations, such as Miraidon to Sun and Moon? If you get me, weird question. No, you can't. You can't trade, like, you can't backwards compatibility. Like, you can't trade Pokemon back to previous generations, unfortunately. Which is, yeah, it'd be cool if you could do that. If they patch stuff in so you could trade Pokemon, new Pokemon into old Pokemon. You can trade stuff between like BDSP, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, which is pretty nice. But that's as far as you can go, like between going to previous games at the moment. I actually need to say, Ella Rose sent me, kindly gifted me their 6IV Ditto, which I used to get all the Charmander eggs. So it proved like super good for getting this Charmander tonight. So a massive shout out to them for being super kind and sending me the 6IV foreign Ditto that they had spare. They had a spare one. So massive shout out to them for that. And the shiny Charmander. There might be another one in the boxes. We still got like 5 boxes of eggs to hatch as well. Andrea, remember that was a mystery gift shiny Arceus back in the day. Don't quite remember when exactly. I think it was originally I think it was a Japan exclusive, like a Pokemon Center in Japan exclusive event only. So you had to be in that Pokemon Center in Japan to get that mystery gift. And I want to say it was like around 2009, I think. I think when the Arceus movie came out, the Jewel of Life movie. I think that was 2009 or it might have been 2010. So around that time. But it was, yeah, you could get a shiny Arceus, but it was like Japan exclusive. And I don't think it ever came to anywhere else in the world. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. There you are, LL Rose. Thank you so much, my friend. You produced this little baby Charmander tonight for us all. So thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. And the DLC for Scarlet and Violet, do you think they will add more old legendaries and a way to shiny hunt them like in Sword and Shield, or just the new ones and the ones we got from Home Update? I think they'll do all of the old ones. Honestly, I could definitely see them doing it like they did in Sword and Shield. But how they're going to do it, I have no idea. It'd be nice if we got something like Dynamax Adventures or Terror Raid Adventures or something like that. That would be cool. Down in Area 0. Seth, good luck. Thank you to you as well, Seth. Good luck with your hunts for the Frillish. And I hope you get those shinies in black and white soon. And if I don't speak to you, good luck with the BDSP, the Arceus, and the Shaman Hunt when you do get around to trying them. General Gurius, is it true that the Shiny Charmander works for eggs, or did they fix it? So it works for eggs, and it works for overworld spawns in Scarlet and Violet, but it doesn't work for raids or anything like that. And in BDSP, I don't believe it works for Arceus either. So yeah, it doesn't work for raids. But for overworld shinies, it works. It doesn't work for static encounters either in Scarlet and Violet. So, you know, the special kind of terrestrialized Pokemon that are always in that one location. Like you've got the Dragonite that's a steel type. The shiny charm doesn't affect those as well. So like Spiritomb as well. So for some reason, it doesn't affect those odds for those Pokemon, which is like, makes those even more difficult to go for. That's probably the longest hunt, I think. When I tried to get Spiritomb in Scarlet and Violet early on, I spent about 2 weeks shiny hunting for it and had no luck at all. Oh, and BDSP, it works for... Does it not work for... I want to say it works for... Oh, what's it called? Where you're in the grass. And you got the Poké Radar. I want to say it works for Poké Radar, but I'm not too sure. No, it mustn't work for Poké Radar because I don't have it, and I've done plenty of Poké Radar hunts in BDSP, so it might only work for eggs, yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't work for any of the static encounters. Like Shaman, it doesn't work for. Arceus, it doesn't work for. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work for Darkrai either. So yeah, it might just be for eggs. Anthony, what made you want to play competitive Pokemon? I love battling. I love competing. It was just this, like, it sounds like super simple, but that's basically like what it was. I love Pokemon, and I like the challenge of kind of trying to be better, and that's what lured me in. And I went to my first live event, and it was awesome. And then I kind of just got hooked, and it was just awesome, kind of chasing competitive events, trying to kind of chase the glory, trying to get better as well. The community when I first started playing was great, so that massively helped out. Getting to meet people as well, you know, for the first time that I'd only spoke with online, places like Worlds and, you know, nationals and stuff like that. It was very cool. So it's like a real culmination of it all that got me into it, and yeah, just love it. And I'm looking forward. Hopefully I'm going to make a lot more of an effort next season to play a lot more than I did this season. It was hard this season though, because it was only like half a season of events really, so there wasn't many events I could get to, and the ones that I could get to, I had the opportunity to cast as well, so that was awesome. But like when you're casting, you can't play, you know. So it's like it's one of those things. But I still love it. I probably always will, to be honest. I'll need to go. Good luck with the hunt. Have a good night, everyone. Juan, thank you so much, my friend. Great seeing you on the stream. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully catch you again very soon, my friend. Take care of yourself. Andrew, I have that event Arceus. Got it from a trade in 2016 in Alpha Sapphire. I think it's probably been genned. Maybe not though. It might be legit. That's amazing, Edry. Very rare event. Go Looper, I got my shiny Darkrai and never touched BDSP again. I got shiny Darkrai in BDSP, but I used the blink method to get it. So I didn't soft reset for it. I used the RNG manipulation to get it, and it worked, and it was pretty easy to get, which you can use. You can do it for the Arceus hunt as well, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it full proper way. Do you think it's worth to shiny hunt all the mythicals and legendaries? I don't have the Pokemon SS DLC in BDSP because Quasar takes so long and it's frustrating. I think like a lot that if you want to go for the legendaries, I think like Sword and Shield's probably like the Dynamax Adventures is probably the best way to shiny hunt the legendaries. The mythicals is a little bit different, of course, because they're not available in all games. Soft resets for this are so slow, but yeah, I think the legendaries, if you want to hunt for those, then Sword and Shield's definitely the way to go for those. Do you like the idea of rematching trainers in Scarlet and Violet, the Versus Seeker? That would be very cool. I think something like that would be good, yeah. Thanks for liking my comments, by the way. It always makes me happy when YouTubers do that. Anthony, I appreciate every comment on my videos, and I can't get to every single comment because there's just so many of them sometimes. And I don't have enough time to do it, which is not ideal. I would love to be able to comment on every single comment that is left. It's just impossible with like commitments that I've got outside. I just can't spend that much time going through some of the comments, but the ones I can get to, I always do make a point of commenting back when I can. So thank you so much for all the comments. I do appreciate them. Oh, that's what you mean with SS. I don't have the Isle of Armor DLCs. Oh, you don't have the DLCs. Okay. Sorry, I totally misread that. Do you think it's worth shiny hunting all the mythicals and legendaries in BDSP? Then yeah, I think yeah, doing it in BDSP is probably the best way to do it then, because they're all in Pal Park, aren't they? And you can get pretty much all of them there, which is a good way to go and get them one by one. It is a bit of a grind though, but if you do use the RNG, you could use the RNG to speed that all up, and it would take half the time than doing them like reset after reset, you know. I have a shiny Heatran, and I don't know if it's real or not, but it's level 50. Cameron, is it for? Well, have a look at the trainer ID. The trainer ID normally says a lot about it, but I mean, if the trainer ID is not like one of those like weird Pokemon shiny sites, you're probably all right. You might be okay. Well, man, every time I hop on to be catching the shinies, congrats on the Charmander. What number did you hatch it in? 100. We got it in 100 on the dot, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, we got lucky tonight again, getting it very early, but that was awesome. But again, we got like 5 boxes of Charmander eggs left to hatch, so we will have to do them at some point. Yeah, I think you need to master the art of the RNG. Yeah, I think Papa Hefe has some really good videos on that sort of thing, if you want to check his channel out. Joanna, how many resets are you aiming for tonight, Lee? I have no idea, Joanna. I haven't really thought about it. The resets take so long, don't they? They do take a long time. Oh, it has a ribbon. Nice. Okay. Okay. Anyways, gonna go. Sorry, it's pretty late. Have a nice evening. You as well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming by the stream as well. And yeah, we're gonna need it with the Arceus hunt for sure. But I really appreciate you coming by. It's been nice hanging tonight, and the stream's been awesome. So thank you again for coming by, and have a great rest of your day. Master Koga, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream tonight. I hope you're doing well. Does a soft reset work on Switch? Yeah, so you just go back to the home menu, close the game, and then go back into it. Pretty much just to do that, and then every time we're going into it now, it's generating a new Arceus, so it's kind of counting as like one. You can just walk down to the bottom of the stairs, I think, after the encounter, so you can run away, go down to the bottom of the stairs, and then come back up and re-encounter it. But I think it's quicker all in all to just soft reset. Those resets really are brutal. Imagine you also get it in 100. That wouldn't be too bad, would it? Yeah. It's when you're getting into the thousands and you think, oh man, this is brutal. Yeah, just to get to 100 resets is pretty crazy. Meaning like a software set on the Game Boy with RL select and start. I don't know if that works. It might do. What would my start? What would it be on this one? It's hard for me to tell because I don't know where my start button is on this controller, which I should know. I can get my Pro controller out. It's probably got it on there. I mean, give it a try. I've never heard of it working because it's so easy, just a home menu, quit the game and then go back into it to kind of reset. So I don't know if that is a method to work or not. Like the old games. You have to replay the flute if you run away. Ah, okay, Philip. So you, oh, right. So you go down to the bottom of the steps and then you've got to replay the flute. That would take way too long. Masakoga, do you like Legends Arceus? I love it. It's one of my favorite all-time games. It's a great game, yeah. What about you? How do you feel about it? Tyler, how are you doing, my friend? Great to see you as always. Thanks for hopping in and joining the stream. I'm doing good, my friend. Grinding through this Arceus Shiny Hunt right now. We got a Shiny Charmander earlier, so I cannot be sad about anything. But yeah, doing good, mate. I hope you are as well. Hope you had a nice weekend and everything and enjoying the start of the week. Gibran, how are you doing? Hope you are good. And thanks for joining this stream. Imagine buying Shining Pearl as your main game. I'm not saying anything. I have both. Shining Pearl was the first one I bought. But Pearl was the first. In my defense, Pearl was the first version I had from Diamond Pearl. Cameron, Pokemon Legends Arceus music is common. It's the best music. The in-game music from Legends Arceus is incredible. It's such nice music. Arceus is shiny locked in PLA. Yes, yeah. Scott, any Toon transfer rumors? Nothing, mate, other than I heard that West Ham have pulled out their interest on Harvey Barnes. That striker from Italy that we were linked to for 82 million. There's just more waffle going on about us not being able to pay 82 million because of FFP. Judith, thank you so much for the subscribe. Thanks for joining us tonight if you are joining us on the stream, but if not, I appreciate the subscribe. Same to you, Ronell, as well. Thank you so much for the subscribe. And if you are joining the stream, again, I hope you enjoy it with us all tonight. I would love Legends Kyurem. Oh, me and you both, Ben. I think that would be insane if we got it. It would be so good, wouldn't it? It would be amazing. It looks like we are going to be getting a Black and White 3 remake, though. That looks dead on the cards, which I am very, very excited about. It's a not remake. Black and White 3 is a trilogy to the Black and White series, which is amazing. And on the Switch as well. And from all accounts, it looks like it's in-house with Game Freak as well, which is amazing. So, yeah. Great stuff. If that all comes true, it's all rumors at the minute, so take it with a grain of salt until anything's confirmed, of course. But that'll probably be, like, confirmed, I'd say. I could see it like Pokemon Day next year, like in February, for a November release. That kind of timeline would work out. So it's going to be a lot of rumors and stuff leading up to then. But there might be some Easter eggs in the DLCs that kind of point a little bit more towards the direction of that happening as well. Alessio, Omega Ruby was my introduction to this game. A great game as well. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is so good. And Tyler, doing all right, not too bad. My man, just trying to figure out what builds that I need to use for the Rillaboom Terror Raid. Yes, yeah. It's going to be a tricky one for sure. I think it really comes down to what set it's running. Like, is it going to have acrobatics? That's a big kind of... It's definitely going to have acrobatics. Does it have Stomp and Tantrum? Because that's a big thing for a lot of the Pokemon. If it hasn't got Stomp and Tantrum, I think there's a lot of Pokemon become instantly more viable for it. Even like Sneasler becomes a bit more viable in the raid in general. It still has to worry about the acrobatics, but then Lucario has an easier time, right? If there's no Stomp and Tantrum, Galarian, Slowbro has a way easier time. So there's a bunch of Pokemon that like really become a bit more accessible Iron Hands as well. So it's really dependent on that moveset, I think. And then it comes down to like how the raid interacts. Like I was saying it earlier, when is the Rillaboom going to put its shield up? It's quite bulky, so I wouldn't imagine it going to put the shield up straight away. It might be a shield very late on in this one, like maybe 50% or less. So how often is it going to reset its stats, your stats, and things like that? So there will be a pattern to it. It's just kind of knowing all of those little details to kind of work around it and get that perfect build put together. But I do feel like Annihilape's obviously like a go-to. I think that's going to be a really good one to go with. But we'll see. We'll have to wait till it goes live. We've got a bit of a wait, though, before it does. Professor Oak, do you think they will release a Gen 5 package with Black and White 1 and 2 with the third one? That would be insane if they did. Could you imagine if they did that? That would be so good. That would be incredible. I would love it if they did something on, like, by then they'd release like the classic collection. I don't know. They'd have to release them on the Switch because they don't have a DS port, do they, for the Switch? So that's the big thing. Yeah, that would be amazing. Could you imagine if it was like a little package with all of the games in? Cameron, Pokemon White was the first game I played. The privileged position to play that game as your first one. That's a great game to play as well. Pokemon Black and White, so good. Petunia, Tippy, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks for joining the stream with us. And Master Koga, what's your favorite Pokemon? Tyranitar, by a long way. I love Tyranitar. What about you? The Rillaboom could be the easiest or the hardest depending on the moveset. Yeah, I agree. I think there's no in between. I think it's going to be really, really difficult, or it's going to be one of those ones where we're like, wow, why were we worried about this? It's like super easy. Like I expected the Chestnut one to be hard, but then kind of figured it out really quickly, and it was so easy to do afterwards. So it might be a bit like that, but I have a feeling it's going to be more difficult just because Rillaboom's so bulky as well. It's got such good defenses. It's got like crazy sky high HP stat, which makes it difficult. But like I say, we'll see when it drops. Take the FFT with a pinch of salt. Ashley had the books pretty good. Yeah, I do think that. You know, when they keep saying that we've spent like 55 million on Tonali, it's over 5 years though. So we've only spent like 11 mil. So it's like we have got cash to spend, even if the budget is 100 million, you know? So I don't know. I think it's all a lot playing up to the papers and stuff. No, Black and White 3 confirmed. No, nothing's confirmed. No, it's just a lot of rumors from, to be fair, like credible sources. The rumors have come from about Black and White 3 being the next Pokemon game. So we can maybe, like, the sources that I say, they're pretty reliable. So I would say it's more than likely what's going to happen. But nothing has been confirmed. So like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Scott, what I read is Ruben Neves and Cristiano Ronaldo will be available as loan signs if they can't get their targets. Well, there is that as well. So yeah, you've got that, I guess. That would be all right. Hopeless Fool, do you think we will ever get a game with voice acting? I hope so. I think that's like the one thing that like would have put Scarlet and Violet from like an 8/9 into a 10 category. Aside from like performance issues, it would have been so good with voice acting. Like the whole game would have been so just elevated. It would have been, yeah, we desperately need it. I hope for Gen 10 they do bring in voice acting. Do you think Flamingo or Bombardier could be viable for Rilla Raid? Maybe Flamingo. Maybe. I don't think Bombardier would be, to be honest. But Flamingo could be. The Delphox raid was super tricky with that magic room compared to Chestnut. Yeah, Delphox was really tricky. Scott, your favorite is Dodrio. Still with the Dodrio. It's a great Pokemon. I think it is coming back in the DLCs. I want to say it is. Don't know. This year, called a shiny Lotix, the golden bug. Nice, congrats. Such a nice shiny as well. No luck with the Drifloon yet. Hopefully you get it soon. You got one gold Pokemon, you can get the other one. What's my favorite fighting Pokemon? Ooh. I have to say Hitmontop. Hitmontop's awesome. I do love Lucario though. And Hariyama. I really like Hariyama. But I love Hitmontop. Like from competitive, like early competitive years when I played, Hitmontop was just, it was so good. And I used it in a lot of teams. So I do have like a really special place for it. Always. Bieber Snub, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream with us tonight. I hope you are having a great Monday. Professor Oak, I think they should bundle the 3 games and release it as a trilogy. That would be that would be incredible. Could you imagine? The hype around that would be so good. No, I don't have faith in Nintendo English voice acting. Hearing Zelda and Xenoblade goof up a bunch of the characters' voices. Yeah, it's weird because you probably like, because us not having voice acting in Pokemon, you probably like, if you've never watched any content creators that do voice acting, then you've got your own voices of what those characters would sound like in your head. So if it's off in the actual voice acting with those characters, you can totally mess everything up. Gun, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Lexia, drop the Cyclozar method in the Pokemon General channel of the Discord. You need to do almost nothing once it is set up. Just wait for the shiny since it's auto despawn themselves. That is awesome. Thank you so much, mate. I will check that out and really appreciate it. Oddish, what's your favorite grass poison type? It is Vileplume. It is Vileplume. It is actually Vileplume though. Like legit. If you go back to early streams and anyone's asked me like Gen 1 favorite Pokemon, one of my all-time favorite Gen 1 Pokemon is Vileplume. I have a little figure of it somewhere from like back then. It's somewhere. I love it so much I don't know where I've put it. But I'm being legit. I'm not messing around. I really do like Vileplume. Oddish is very cool. Margin, I'm trying to get a shiny Froakie. I'm at the 7th box right now. Oh, I'm sending you some shiny luck your way, mate. I hope you get it soon. Great shiny. Can't be too much longer for those eggs. Do you think Lucario should have had a different color for its shiny? Nah, I think the gold is so good. The gold is like, it's just so fitting for it, right? I like it. I've never really thought about it though, because I just like that shiny. I mean, what else would you color it? You could have it red, like a really metallic red would be kind of cool. Scott Dodrea should be a fighting normal type. Yeah, I could get behind that. Jimans, yeah, we got the shiny pretty early tonight as well. Which is, you might not miss it now though. We might get the Arceus. Margin Van Doreen, thank you so much for the subscribe. Really appreciate it, my friend. Hope you enjoy the rest of the stream with us tonight. Is Pokemon Go the only way to get the Galarian birds currently? Or can you still get them in Sword and Shield? You can still get them in... if you've got the Isle of Armor, you can get them in the Sword and Shield. I don't know if the events are still running. See, Professor Orc knows the truth. He knows the truth about the Oddish line. Thank you, mate. I appreciate the backup there. Galupa, I hate seeing these. Oh, yeah. Dude, that was never going to happen. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. I could say Sheila. Sheila. That's what I'm going to refer to him as. But yeah, like, it's so frustrating. Like, you know instantly it's not true. And it's like, it's just like a wind-up. What did you think of the Pikachu 7-star raid? It was alright. It was alright. It was a little bit of fun. It was a fun 7-star raid. I don't know. It was like, it was, I don't really class it as a proper 7-star terror raid because wasn't it over there? Was it over Easter? I think. I don't know when it was. It was very early on though, wasn't it? Or was it over Christmas? I can't remember when they dropped it. It was very close to the Charizard one though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was alright. I wasn't like super excited about that one. It was good for item drops because it was like really easy to farm, which was decent. And Oris, I made Kadabra with only focus sash and counter for competitive, and I love trolling players with it. That is hilarious, Anthony. I love that. Get a shiny god. We need one. Gamora Lopez. Not this reset though. Right. Because I do have to shoot off. We'll take it up to 50 and then I'm going to head off tonight, friends. I think for the trades for the Charmander, if anyone wants one, I can probably do some for like 15 minutes in Scarlet and Violet. So I'll get to 50 with the Arceus resets tonight. I don't think we're going to get the shiny in that amount of time, but you never know. It could be any single one. Hi Patrick Star, I caught my first shiny like 30 minutes in the first Pokemon game. It was a Rattata in Crystal. That's amazing. In Crystal as well. First gens to introduce shinies in Gen 2. That's amazing. 30 minutes in, Rattata. Great shiny as well. Hope you used that on your playthrough. Yeah, Atomic Hawk, it might be easier to just to buy the DLC pack. It's so frustrating in Pokemon Go to get the Galarian birds. I don't know how many times I've come across Galarian Zapdos, and every time, it must be like 20 odd times I've encountered it. And I haven't caught a single one. It always runs off. I've had it so close as well. I've had like 2 shakes looking like it's going to do a 3rd shake and it's like burst out and then instantly runs. I've been watching your videos for a while now. Didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed yet. I appreciate the subscribe, mate. I really do. And thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel. We should have an April Fool's 7-star raid. They might do one next year. You never know. Someone fight Osirus, you could send me some shiny look for my next shiny hunt. Masuda method hunt for Froakie. I'm sending it your way now. You're gonna get that Froakie really early. I hope you do anyway. Keep us up to date with how it's gone. Share, are you trading some Charmanders? I will do. I will get up to 50 with this Arceus now, and then we'll call it a night with these resets, and then we'll hop over back into Scarlet and Violet, and I'll trade over for the remainder of the stream for whoever wants one. In competitive, I only use Pokemon I like, so on Scarlet and Violet, I used Wingull to set up Rain to sweep. Lol. That's all. I love it. Love it. The Wingull troll. Wingull Pelipper is so good, though. Falkites, how are you doing? I hope you're well, and thanks for hopping in and joining us tonight. I hope you're having a great Monday. Enjoy the stream with us. It's ridiculous that happened to me today with Articuno. It's so frustrating, Atomic Hawk. Yeah, just get the Isle of Armor DLCs. Get them, and then you can get the birds really easily. And then you don't have to worry about them running away or anything like that, which makes it a lot easier. Does anyone want to trade for my Hisuian Zorua and Joanna? I just Master Balled the first bird I saw as soon as I had the Master Ball. I haven't got the Master Ball yet, so I'm like, yeah, I probably would have wasted it on it. And I probably should keep the Master Ball for something that I know. Well, the Galarian birds are cool, aren't they? But there's probably going to be even more exclusive stuff coming soon. Like, they've got to do raids. Oh, I wonder if they'll do like raids for Koraidon and Miraidon around like the World Championships, maybe. I don't know. They did them for Zamazenta and Zacian last year at Worlds, didn't they? If I never played Sword and Shield, are they worth it to play through the story? I don't know if you need to play that far into the story to actually get to the Crown Tundra, because you can get to the Crown Tundra really early on in your playthrough. I think you only need to get to the wild area. And once you're at the wild area, I think you can get the train to the Crown Tundra. So I don't think you need to get far. You might need a Pokemon that doesn't get beat up like really quickly by the Galarian birds. So you could trade something from home into it. See, I don't think the playtime's that long. You don't need to complete the game to get them. Scott, I remember when I had a Zapdos Lantern Rain Dance team that made me the most feared man on the net battle back in the noughties. Well, it may have a new strategy, which makes it look fundamental. I look forward to seeing it. I am sure I will when I come up and see you. Now correct. Been looking for Shiny God for the last 2 weeks. How many resets are you on, mate? It is a grindy hunt for sure. Philip, thank you so much for coming by the stream tonight. It was really awesome hanging out. It really was. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time it is where you are, and hopefully see you later in the week on our next streams. We'll figure out what we're going to hunt for, because I think what we'll do is probably finish off streams with these Arceus hunts and just kind of keep a track of where we were from last time and pull it in, and then start again if we get the hunts for the other stuff early on. Evelyn, how are you doing? Happy Monday to you as well, and great to see you on the stream. I've just started it and I'm about 200 resets in. Oh, 200 resets. It's such a long time just to get to the 200 resets, right? The resets are so long to do. I forget that loading screen in BDSP, how long it takes. Oh, but we're 50 in. We've made a start on it eventually. It's only taken us, I don't know how long it's taken us. Wherever I put my copy, wherever I put my Scarlet cartridge. Oh, it's there. It's all right. I thought I'd lost it. But at least we started it. We started it. We will continue on our next stream. But for everyone that wants one of these Charmanders, I will be trading them out now. And if you do link up with me on trade for a Charmander and you want a Fennekin or you want a Cyndaquil in a heavy ball, Fennekin in a love ball, then just shout in the chat and I can trade you those as well. But Evelyn, hope you're well. Great to see you. And good luck with the hunt. You might get it in 201 resets. I pray that that is the number that you get it. I feel like 200 is enough as well. The amount of time that you have to invest just to get that stage, it's crazy. Alessio, next stream will probably be Wednesday. Well, it will be Wednesday, but it may be tomorrow, depending on what gets announced. Because you never know what's coming tomorrow. You never know. So if there's stuff that we can stream live tomorrow, we'll be streaming tomorrow. As in anything to do with Mewtwo 7-star Terror Raid stuff. There's the mightiest Rillaboom. So yeah, it will depend. This week's going to be probably a little bit different from normal weeks. Right, the code for the trades is 23231111. Okay, 23231111. Okay, there we go. And I'll put the code in the chat. You never know what's coming tomorrow. Sounds like a threat. Like I know the Mewtwo is on its way. No, I wish I knew. I wish I knew concrete information. It'd be awesome if I did. But immediately in Oddish. You got it. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you so much for the Sneasel. Sneasler. Hisuian Sneasel. Hisuian Sneasel. So I can buy both games now and go for the Arceus hunt. You can, but it's a bit... There's a lot to do. There's a lot of legwork to do to get to the Arceus hunt. Which is that, like, I'm not going to lie to you. There's quite a bit to do. So you've got to complete BDSP. So Brilliant Diamond Channel. You've got to complete the game. Beat the Elite Four. And I think you need to obtain the National Dex. I don't think you need to finish the National Dex. I think you only need to obtain it. And then in Pokemon Legends Arceus, that is a bit more of a grind. So you've got to beat the main game, and then you've got to beat the post game, and then you've got to complete the Pokedex in Legends Arceus. So you've got to catch every single Pokemon. That can be made a lot easier if you got Pokemon Home. And you can trade them into Pokemon Legends Arceus to make it easier. But it is a bit tedious. A little bit. Anthony, thank you so much for coming by the stream tonight. Great seeing you, and hopefully I'll see you later in the week. But if not, enjoy the rest of your evening, day, and hopefully catch up with you soon. Do I do link trade or union circle with a trade code? Just link trade with the link code. We need to breed some other competitive, more viable competitive. I mean, Charizard's not too terrible, but we need to breed some more. We need to do some... What do we need to do? What do we need to breed? Hisuian Arcanines would be a good one, and then maybe that might be the case, Oddish. Maybe. I feel like Hisuian Arcanine's very good in competitive. Trying to think of the breedable ones that aren't like your Enamorus, because Enamorus is very good. And I don't see it getting... I just see it getting better. The legendaries, obviously. There's no trading those ones. Beast Ball. Snow, thank you so much for the Beast Ball, Charmander. That is going to be the next hunt then. That is the next hunt on. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I didn't even realize it was in a Beast Ball. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Does anyone here have a fast ball Score Bunny? That's a perfect ball for Score Bunny. Mr. Prince. We're just finishing up the stream tonight because I catched the Charmander. We got a lot of rejects. So for anyone that wants a Charmander in a fast ball, they can hook on with the trade code that I've put into the chat, and then I'll trade you one of these over. So if you want it just for playthrough reasons, or if you want to do a shiny hunt for it in a fast ball for Shiny Charizard, then you can do that as well. So that's what we're doing just to end the stream up tonight. So I'm glad I have a shiny Hisuian Arcanine and PLA ready for home transfer when DLC comes out. Yes, mate. Hisuian Arcanine is so strong. I'm pleased. I got mine in... I really want one in a friend ball. John, thank you so much for the sub. And if you are joining us on the stream tonight, hope you enjoy it, and hope you're having a great Monday as well. But yes, yeah, I do want to do that and get it in a special Pokeball as a shiny, but I did manage to get one in PLA that I've traded across, which is awesome. Ben, you are welcome. Thank you so much for trading over as well. Jake, gotta go. Thank you so much for coming by the stream, mate. Always a pleasure, and really appreciate you coming by and supporting as well. Your video's the best. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate the support, and hopefully I'll catch you on another stream very soon. We should be streaming Wednesday, but we might have stuff going on in between if there's any surprise announcements that come up between now and then. So we'll see. We'll see. But have a great rest of your day, mate. And again, thank you so much for the support. Kara, thank you so much for the Hisuian Sneasler as well. Or the Hisuian Sneasel, which will be a Sneasler very soon. I am trading a hidden ability Mewtwo for Miraidon. And then trading it back, right? Or are you doing it for keeps? Shit, how do I link to you? The trade code is... Did I copy it? I didn't. I'll pull it up on the screen in a minute. And then you can just plug that into your game, hook up, and then hopefully connect. It might take a little while. Elijah, thank you so much for the sheep. That will be an Ampharos. Guarantee it. Madrid, I don't stream every day. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at the moment we are streaming. But like I've mentioned before, if stuff comes up in between, which could happen this week, like a presents or something like that, then I will stream those days. Or if I've got time to stream on the other days, I will. But 3 days at the minute. Snot, thank you so much. I will treasure that Beast Ball Charmander. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. Golupa, we're still in talks with that Disassi apparently. Hopefully it gets done soon. Oh, we actually, is that legit? I feel like the only one, like, in my mind that's actually legit that's come out and talked about it is like Harvey Barnes. But I mean, that would be an amazing signing. Do you think it's going to get to the point where it's just like the Isaac deal, where it's just like, it's just going to be done? We're going to wake up like in the morning and there's going to be like 4 or 5 deals all done, and we're going to be like, wow, okay, what were we worried about? Because I do feel like we need like 5 or 6 players in. Like, they don't need to be all like Tonali level, but I do feel like that sort of number is what we need in. I just hope we get them, you know. Thank you for the Fluffy, Elijah, and hope you enjoy the Charmander. So the code for anyone is 23 23 11 11. So 23 23 11 11. Code to trade. But I don't have too much longer to do many more, so I can do a few more. But I will keep a bunch back to do on Wednesday night stream if you want to trade over on Wednesday night, if you don't get the chance to get one tonight. Go Looper, I hope that's the case. I want at least 2 more solo players. Yeah, I want 2 more that are like the Tonali level, right? And then the rest can be like just to bulk out the squad, just for cover and stuff like that. But oh, I just pray we get someone in. I hope we do. I'm getting nervous now, and I shouldn't really get nervous about it. I'm like, I'm sure they're doing stuff, but I'm just like, we're going away to America next week. I know Mr. Howe's going to be like, come on, lads, get these players in. I want them here before we go away. Or it's going to be like a Bruno situation where you're like, why aren't they playing them? And Howe's sitting them on the bench because they didn't have a preseason, and he wants them to get used to how we play and all that. And you're like, come on, just chuck them in. But there's a system. Matt, thank you so much for the dry teeny. Super Savage, yes, you can have a Cyndaquil in the heavy ball. If you connect with me on the trade, let me know your username and I'll keep an eye out for it. Professor Oak, thank you so much for coming by, my friend. Have a great rest of the evening, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Take care of yourself, mate. And yeah, thank you so much, as always, for coming by tonight. How long is the stream delay? It should be like, there should be like minimal lag on the stream. Like literally the lowest latency possible. So there shouldn't really be much delay. Shay, thank you so much for the Zoroa. Hisuian. Do you have extra Cyndaquils? I do. Yes, I do have extra Cyndaquils. Do you think Mbappe leaves PSG? It feels like it's going to happen, doesn't it? It really does, but I don't know whether it will. Like, who can afford him? That's the thing. It's like his wages. Like, who's going to pay his wages? There's like only a handful of clubs, and like clubs in Saudi that could actually afford him. And does he go to Saudi? I don't know. I don't know. It's a big risk. I mean, he's young enough to probably go there and then have a year or 2 there and then just move on to somewhere else. And then no one probably remembers that he went there, really. I wouldn't have thought it would really affect him too much. Dondoza, Mua, thank you so much for the Dondozo. I have a physical copy for every Pokemon game I have ever played, so I should get should I just get a physical copy? What of what? Let's see. I don't know which game you're on about, Atomic Hawk. Okay, it would only be $117 tax for both Sword and Shield and both DLCs. I'm gonna get it. I just don't know if I want to go and get the physical copy or just get the digital. I'd get the physical. I'd get the physical. If you're gonna get it, like, get it. Have it, put it in the collection. You know? That's what I would say. And then you've got it then, right? The only thing you could do with the digital is, like, you've got it now, haven't you? But if you can, like, wait a day or 2, I would say it's all right. And once you get it, just give me a shout if you want any help with getting anything in the games or help with stuff. Me. Can I have a Moon Ball Sneasel? If I have a spare one, yes. I don't know if I've got them. They might all be in Pokemon Home. That's the only problem. I had to make room for stuff, so I moved a bunch of stuff over to Pokemon Home. So I will have to have a look. Right, friends, I can do 2 more trades, this one and one more, and then I'm going to have to shoot off, unfortunately. But it's been a really enjoyable stream tonight. It has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much to everyone that's come out to the stream tonight, supported, and made it a really great evening. I'm really pleased that we managed to get the Charmander as well, pretty early as well, so that was good. We'll have another hunt on Kobe. Thank you so much for the oink, for the piggy. We'll have another shiny hunt going on Wednesday. We'll probably not continue with the Arceus. Like I say, with the Arceus, I think it's a good one to pick up after we've done the main shiny hunts, or if we've got a bit extra time at the end of a stream to do that one. So we'll do that on as and when, but we'll have something else we'll go for. Maybe go for the Hisuian Arcanine on Wednesday stream. That would be kind of cool to go for. And then we'll probably be streaming a bit more, because I think the 7-star Mewtwo raid will be dropping at some point this week. And I think it'll be before Wednesday. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. As of course, if it does. Kobe, thank you so much for the Oinkalon. Kobe, my son, has been sitting here intently glaring at my screen trying to trade with you. Kyle, thank you so much for the Oinkalon. I appreciate that, and enjoy the Charmander as well. Sorry that it took so long to get the trade up. I will do more trades on Wednesday as well for those of you that do want the Charmander and the Fennekin and anything else. I will keep all the ones that we've done from the recent hunts to one side. I've got boxes of all of them, so I won't be throwing them all away. And I will make sure that everyone gets one when I can. I'm sorry I don't have any more time to stick around tonight, but I have to shoot on. But after this one with Jeff, I will have to say goodbye. But I just appreciate you all coming out tonight, and have a great rest of your evenings, whatever you're up to. And again, I'm looking forward to the next one. Maybe Hisuian Arcanine. If you've got suggestions, leave them down in the comment section after the stream ends, and I'll pick them up tomorrow, and we'll see what you guys would like to see us go for in the next stream. Can you please wait? I waited all stream. Super Savage. I do one more. I'll do one more. It's just there's so many people. I'll do one more. Try and get in. Try and get in. I'll do one more. I'll do one more. I feel really bad. I wish I could get to everyone. I just never know how many people are waiting for to trade them. Bentley. Okay. Let's hope you get in. I'll do one more. I'll do one more. I'm out. Thanks for the stream, late Bratman. Thank you so much for coming by as always. And thanks for the support. Have a good one, friend. And peace to all. You as well, my friend. You take care of yourself. Wednesday, can you do more Charmander trades? I will do more Charmander trades on Wednesday for sure, Nathan. Mr. Nathan. Yes, I will. And Fennekin ones as well. We got Nathan. You're up. Mr. Nathan right now. You're in, I think. Should hunt Sobble. Sobble would be a good one to go for. Then I have a few Charmanders. I'll join the Discord tonight. And if anyone wants them, they can have them. Don't forget to plug the podcast. Yes, that's very true. The podcast. It will be going up, well, Wednesday. We haven't done it yet this week. I'm kind of holding off. I've told Scott we should hold off until we get some news about the DLCs. Maybe that are coming this week. So I've kind of pushed it back as far as we can do it. So it'll probably get recorded tomorrow. Do we have a Discord for subscribe? Yes, we do. It should be all set up and like automatic for subs. I'll have to go on and have a look. Matthias, thank you so much for coming by the stream. I really appreciate it. And Endra, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bentley, I'm going to do one more to see if you can get in. Super Savage. Be quick with those buttons. Right, do it now. Now. Come on. We've got to be lucky. We got you. There we go. All right. There we go. That makes me a little bit happier. I'm just sorry to everyone else that was waiting and wasn't able to get to it tonight. I will take some time at the end of the stream next week, next stream on Wednesday, not next week, to make sure that I can trade out a few of these extra ones for you. So don't worry, we'll get you there. Do you play FIFA at all? I haven't played FIFA in the longest time. It's weird because I never really ever, like, I kind of played like Nintendo solely. But I never really played FIFA on it. The only time I ever played FIFA was like on my brother's PlayStation and on friends' PlayStations. And then when I had a PS3 myself, I got FIFA. So that was the last time I played. That was the last time I played FIFA. But I do love it. I really do love it. But no, I haven't played it for the longest of times before I break my light. But yeah, and I'm probably trash at it. I used to be pretty good at it, but probably bad at it now. It's probably changed a lot as well, probably a lot harder. Right, friends, like I said, thank you so much for coming by the stream tonight. Have a great rest of the evening, great rest of your day. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Maybe we'll see you before then, who knows, but keep an eye out on notifications on the channel, and I'll put a notif up as soon as anything is announced if we are going live before that. What ball was your Charmander in? It was in a fastball. So yeah, let's see, fastball. It's just what I caught it in the 7-star raid. Anyway, enough of that. So have a great rest of your day, friends. Thank you once again. Really appreciate you all. You take care of yourselves until the next time, and I will see you all on our next stream. So until then, take care. Bye-bye.